Ladies and gentlemen, can I please have your attention? I've just been handed an urgent and horrifying news story. And I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen.
With bits of real panther, so you know it's good.
It's quite pungent.
Oh, yeah.
It stings the nostrils. In a good way.
Yeah.
Brian, I'm going to be honest with you, that smells like pure gasoline.
60% of the time, it works. Every time.
That doesn't make sense.
Chiefs Kingdom. It's time for All Chiefed Up with your hosts, Steve and Mike Williams. From the Bluegrass to the Red Sea, this is the Kingdoms Podcast.
What's happening, ACU crew? Gonna watch this beautiful game tonight. Should be a real barn burner. Between the 49ers and the New York Giants. How you guys doing tonight? You notice Mike's not with me. He will be here, though. I think he actually streamed earlier while I was still working. Not sure what he did. I didn't get to watch it. But I think he's taking a break, getting some dinner. And when he's done, he gets back, he'll be on here as well. Let me know how you guys are doing in the chat. I see... Does anyone have faith in the Giants to pull this game off? I noticed I put up a poll and I didn't give you the option to call the upset. Just put up how many points are the 49ers going to beat the Giants by. I'd be interested to see if anyone in the chat actually thinks that the Giants can pull off this upset, because they haven't looked very good at all this season. So pretty big discrepancy in these two teams. 49ers are probably the best team in the NFC right now. I would put them over the Eagles, the way both teams have been performing. I'm sure most of you guys are with me on that. The 49ers defense just nasty. Brock Purdy's being serviceable. So I think that was the main question for them, was he going to be able to maintain in his second season so far? He wasn't great. He didn't have any passing touchdowns last week, but he's still doing pretty good. So I think the 49ers are probably the best. I see some of you guys say you have faith. Steve-O, what's up, my man? He says, I got faith. Angry Drunken German thinks that New York covers. Kathy Welch says they upset by 6. That would be pretty crazy if they were to be able to do that. Just a touch on these two teams. Right now, in the entire league, The San Francisco 49ers are the third team overall, 9th in offense, 2nd in defense, and 24th in special teams. And the New York Giants are the 31st overall team, tied for 25th in offense, 29th in defense, and 30th in special teams. They are pretty much the bottom of the barrel 2 weeks into the season. They barely pulled off a win against Arizona last week, so they beat a team that's tanking by 3 in a tight game. So it's kind of where the Giants are. I think a lot of people expect them to be a little bit better this year, but we all knew what was actually going to happen. But yeah, I hope you guys are doing good tonight. Do me a favor, hit that like button real quick if you don't mind. Help me out a little bit, get some more people in here. And we're just going to hang out and watch this game together tonight. I don't think there's been any significant Chiefs news today. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. I've been a little bit busy today, but we put out a video podcast this morning talking about the Richie James injury with the MCL. If there's any update on that MCL injury, please let me know in the chat. But basically, we're talking about if that was a big deal, would the Chiefs try to even look elsewhere? Or if they'll just roll with what they got if it does end up being long-term. I tend to think they got plenty of receivers, and they're not going to be looking for anything. So that's kind of where I'm at with it. Yeah, so over on the poll, it looks like we got 40% think that 11 to 17 points is going to be the win margin for the 49ers over the Giants. I'm surprised that only 8% have clicked complete massacre. Because it very well could be. But yeah, hope you guys are tuning into the game. It's on Amazon Prime, of course. So Prime Thursday night games have been pretty lackluster since they took over those. So let's hope tonight is a little bit better than what they've been putting out. I'm just going to watch Patrick Mahomes, promote T-Mobile right here because that's what he does now with his little pink jersey. It's crazy how much you see him popping up everywhere. But, if he takes less in salary money to have a decent team around him, he can make his money elsewhere. I totally said poll, Adam. Good call there, buddy. Yeah. So we have a couple people that think the Giants could pull the upset. Giants fans and Chiefs fans, they're not all that friendly these days because of Mr. Kadarius Stoney. He decided to start a war with the entire fan base of the New York Giants after he came to Kansas City and won himself a nice shiny Super Bowl ring. The way he displayed that for the Giants fans, I think had him a little upset. But I thought it was pretty funny. I found it to be entertaining. But he didn't do himself any favors the way he started out the season. He opened up the floodgates from the Giants haters. So, Gary, you don't get Amazon Prime? Yeah, I mean, honestly, it's not worth it just for the Thursday night games. But I was kind of wondering, because I haven't really dug into this at all, but if you have the Sunday ticket with YouTube, do you get to watch the Thursday night game, or do you still have to have Amazon Prime to watch the Thursday night game? That's a question I couldn't answer for you. But maybe somebody can in the chat. I don't know if it's exclusive to Amazon since they paid for the rights, or if you can do it either way. Not real sure on that one. I want to get the season tickets or whatever it's called. Season. What do they even call that thing these days? Is it still Sunday Ticket? They just change it from Direct TV over to YouTube. But either way, I'm thinking about getting the Sunday Ticket with YouTube. But of course, you have to have the YouTube TV. Might do it, might not. Haven't decided yet. But I do have Amazon Prime, so we're watching this game right here. They should be kicking off at 8:15, I believe, but they never do it quite on time. Seems like they're always a little fashionably late. But we'll see how that goes. Who do you guys have for the standout player tonight? Throw it in the chat. Who you think is going to show out tonight? Think Brock Purdy's going to swing back in here and have a 3 or 4 touchdown game against the Giants? You think Daniel Jones can defy all odds and actually put up a fight against the 49ers? What do you think? So Night Hunter, if I get YouTube TV, you get a discount on the Sunday ticket. Okay. I see. Can you still watch the Thursday night games, or do you have to have Amazon Prime? That was my question. I don't know. Yeah, Prime has not put out the best product so far with Thursday night football, but they'll get better surely. I mean, they only did it last year. They got some real stinkers, some really bad games to start off Amazon's Thursday night. I'll never forget the Broncos game. That was probably one of the most disgusting games I've ever seen in my life. Imagine that. The donkeys out there not being good. Ayuk is out. Ooh, I'm glad you told me that. Maybe I have 2 seconds to go take him out of my lineup on fantasy football. Let's see if I have time to do so. I bet I don't. But I'm still going to look. I can't keep up with this stuff. I have so much going on, I can't keep up with fantasy football. Everybody's like, oh, be in my fantasy football league. And then they wonder why I can't keep up with it. I just can't. And they won't let me change him. He's locked and loaded, ready to go. That sucks. I understand the kickoff was at 8:15, but I still had time there. I still had time. It'll be all right, though. I have plenty of time to make that loss up. I won in fantasy football so much last season that I can't be too mad about anything that happens. Yeah, so you have to have Prime, even if you have the Sunday ticket. I see that, Night Hunter. That sucks. Would have been nice to be able to pull Brandon Ayuk out of there. See how this offense gets started here. Brock Purdy looking like a 7-year-old boy back there at quarterback. Little handoff to the left here. McCaffrey looks bigger than I remember. I mean, I'm sure he's exactly the same size, but he looks a little bigger, like muscular than I remember. McCaffrey's just a freak athlete, you know? Like, if that guy could stay healthy, if he could have stayed healthy his whole career, there's no telling what he could have accomplished so far. And I think it actually worked out for him because he got out of Carolina, landed in San Francisco. Who's trying to put together a bit of a super team? We all see it, but how much of a super team can you be when your quarterback's the last pick in the entire draft, you know? So you gotta give him that. That was a terrible pass right there. That was at least a yard behind Debo there. The Giants, baby. They're out there playing with some fire. They're ready to pull this upset. We'll see if it's possible. We'll get back to that here in a little while and see how that's going. What's up, Brenda? Hope you're doing good. Third and 5 here. George Kittle in motion. George Kittle's another guy that just can't stay healthy. There, he hit it Debo that time on the same. Was that the same route? Just keep doing it till they stop it. Adam, are you okay in the chat, buddy? You got some Tourette's? It's all right. You can have Tourette's. Kittle don't stink. I think Kittle's really good. He just can't stay healthy. He's no Travis Kelce. But who is? Who is? Am I right? Picked. Oh, no. Dude, how did they not pick that off? That was a terrible play call. Dory Jackson just sat there and watched it. I feel like he should have picked that off. Let me look at the replay here. He's sitting in the zone. He could have. I feel like he played a terrible angle on it. It's almost like he allowed Kittle to get in between him and the ball, which was absolutely dumb. But he was sitting in the zone. They threw it right to him. Should have been a pick. This is why the Giants won't win. Got to capitalize on that kind of stuff because now McCaffrey's just going to run for the first down like a freaking beast. Yeah, I mean when the game's this lopsided, like I feel like you have to cash in on opportunities, and that was an opportunity to get the interception on the first drive. That's a huge momentum changer, kind of change the way this game starts out there, and they already missed. So guarantee they let up points here on this drive, and then it's a whole different ball game than it could have been. If they don't do something with McCaffrey, they're going to have a long night. That's all I got to say. Man, so every time I'm watching other teams play, tell me, am I the only one? But every time I'm watching other teams play, I just want to watch the Chiefs so bad. Like it's hard for me to even care about the game that I'm watching because I'm just like, man, this is not near as exciting as the Chiefs game. Even when the Chiefs are playing bad, it's still way more exciting than this garbage. Purdy, what are you doing, buddy? He's not quite he's not quite the mobile guy in the pocket now, is he? Struggling. On the struggle bus. Yeah, I've not watched a lot of Brock Purdy. I haven't watched a lot of 49ers football in the last year or so. But he's just almost like a statue in the pocket there, is he not? Is that like one of his knocks? Is he not very mobile? You have to have a clean pocket to perform? Is that how he is? Night Hunter says, Chiefs, Steve, I've been a Chiefs fan for 52 years now. Had to live through the crap in the 1970s where Dallas called America's team. They still try to go by that. They still try to, but nay. You're not. You're not America's team. Never liked them, never will. Yeah, I'm right there with you, man. I'm not a Dallas fan. Actually, a coworker of mine, huge Dallas fan. So when they came out with Trayvon Diggs had tore his MCL or ACL one. I think it was his ACL. He's out for the season. I thought he was going to shed a tear. And like I wanted to rub it in, but I can't because an injury like that for a kid like Trayvon Diggs is just absolutely brutal. But man, that is a blow for Dallas. But isn't it great how all their fans are always so like pumped about the season? Like, this is our year, baby. Dallas is going to win it this year. And then they come out and they always look so good early in the season. And then they just find a way. They just find a way to disappear back into oblivion every freaking time. Adam with the 2 bomb says, who's better, Trent or Snead? Will Leo ever Pro Bowl? Trent McDuffie's better than Snead. I mean, all around, I would take Trent McDuffie over Snead. Snead's got a little more experience right now, so he might be better at certain things, but I feel like ceiling's way higher on McDuffie. McDuffie's been just rock solid so far. So, of course, he had the injury in his rookie season. He had the hamstring injury, and he was out for a little while, so that kind of slowed him down a bit. But, I mean, he's looking great in his second year here. And Snead's not looking so great, which he's dealing with a knee thing, so I can't knock him too much. As far as Leo ever making the Pro Bowl, yeah, I definitely think Leo has all the skills to be able to make a Pro Bowl. Like, he's that type of player. I think you give him another year or two in this offense, and he could be really doing some damage. I love the way Leo plays football. He's got a good skill set, and he plays hard. Like, Leo's just got a high motor, and you know you're going to get the most out of Leo every time he's on the field. So, definitely, for sure. Appreciate the 2, Adam. Y'all put some catch-ups and legendaries in the chat for Adam with the 2. Well, down here in the red zone, see if they can cash in on this. Shouldn't be too hard. Shouldn't be too hard with this amazing defense here. Little play action. Terrible throw. Purdy's not throwing a good ball today. Like I said, I haven't watched just a whole lot of him, so I can't comment on it too much, but he's throwing some terrible passes to Debo so far. Adam with another 2 says, did y'all play any good position? Tell a story. I'm assuming you're asking if me and Mike played football. Yeah, high school. Mike played all through high school. I played up until I was probably 15, 16 years old, and then I quit. But yeah, I played defensive end. Mike was an offensive lineman. He played offensive. He played guard and tackle. And he was really good. Mike was solid. Both of us were mean. I got kicked out of games. I was kind of like the Happy Gilmore of our team. Like, I once pulled a guy's helmet up and punched him in the chin. I took my skate off and I tried to stab somebody. Yeah, but I stayed in trouble a lot. Referees didn't like me. My coach didn't like me. So, I did my job though. We don't really have it. I'm sure there's some stories from it, but that's the funniest story from my end is just that game in particular. Had an offensive tackle that liked to spit at everyone. It was the weirdest thing I've ever seen. Man, Brock Purdy's just not playing well. They're gonna have to take a field goal here. Yeah, offensive tackle, spitting at people, and I was beating him. Every play, and of course they weren't passing a whole lot, so it wasn't doing me any good to get the jump on him anyway. But he was getting frustrated, and he started grabbing my face mask and like different little dirty things. Tried to trip me a couple times, so I just kind of did what any respectable person would do, and I waited till the next play. And as soon as the play started, I lifted his chin or his helmet up by his face mask, and I uppercutted him right in the chin. And just so happens that when I do it, there's like 25 flags go up in the air, of course. Everyone saw that. They didn't see all the other BS, but they saw that. But yeah, we played some football. Mike's more of the football mind than I am. I love football. Obviously, huge Chiefs fan. Huge NFL fan. I don't dig into college football a whole lot like Mike does. I'll watch it from time to time. We watch UK play. But I'm almost a casual compared to Mike because Mike really dives into it. But obviously, I dig into it a lot more than the average football fan does. But nothing crazy. So 3-0. The big 3-0. I can't believe they didn't cash in and score a touchdown on that drive. That's crazy. As easy as they were moving the ball. Even with the bad passing from Brock Purdy, I thought they were going to score there. Night Haunter says he got, let's see, in junior high, got thrown out of a football game for slapping a running back after I clotheslined him. Good job, Night Haunter. Man, sometimes they just deserve it. Sometimes you just got to go a little old school on everybody and let them know how it is. They get out of pocket a little bit, and you got to get them back in line. And, it never fails. The guy that's just getting someone back in line is the one that gets busted. You always get caught. But it's totally worth it. Totally worth it. Yeah, Adam, UK fans. We're in Kentucky, so both University of Kentucky fans as far as basketball and football goes. Football, getting better. It's been a little bit better than it had been previous years. It's really hard to compete in the SEC for Kentucky in football, but they have been much more competitive in the last couple of years under Mark Stoops. So I think they're headed in the right direction. But yeah, it is what it is. Yeah, U of L sucks. No one likes Louisville around here. If you like Louisville, you probably don't know sports. Just my humble opinion. Adam's a Tennessee fan. Not a Tennessee fan, bro. Can't do it. Too much orange for me. Brent says, played baseball. It's definitely one of the hardest sports to be elite at. I was a baseball player, Brent. Like, that was what I focused mostly on when I was younger, was baseball. I was a pitcher. And I just had like a natural talent of throwing a baseball. I wasn't like, my mechanics weren't perfect and stuff like that, but I was throwing at a high speed at a young age and had an odd delivery. Like, I'm right-handed, but my delivery would come across almost like a lefty's would, like Randy Johnson or something. But I was throwing mid to high 80s by the time I was 14, like stuff like that. But I also had a nasty curveball and slider too, and doing that too young got the best of me. Ended up needing good old Tommy John surgery, and by that time I was already playing music with Mike, and that's the route I decided to go. I told my dad I don't want to do that. I'm done with baseball. I'm gonna play music, and my dad was cool like that. He was supportive of whatever we wanted to do, so it was what it was. Yeah, money fighting in high school, like football games, especially, were the good old days, right? Like, there's always something wild going on back then. It's totally different now. Like, maybe it's not, but I kind of feel like the newer generation of kids probably aren't as crazy as we were back in the day. They might be. I don't know. But we were wild. Let's see if Daniel Jones can put one on the money here. Can you guys believe they paid Daniel Jones that much money? Like, that's absolutely insane to me that they did that. I don't know what made them think that was necessary. And everybody, the Giants are supposed to be on the up and up here. Like, they're supposed to be so good this year, like going to be competitive. And we all just knew deep down it wasn't going to happen. Matt Breida. Man, I haven't seen a whole lot out of that guy. I remember Mike was big on him coming out of college. Mike liked him coming out of the draft. He thought he was going to be really good, but he kind of, just fell to the wayside. Didn't get a whole lot of chances. I'm taking it. Is Saquon Barkley completely out tonight? I didn't get a chance to even look at the injury report. Is he out for a while? I know he had an injury going on. Like I said, I don't follow other teams like I follow the Chiefs, man. I don't got time for all that. 3rd and 4 here. Wan'Dale Robinson, that's a UK guy right there. I love Wan'Dale. That guy's he's a beast. Like, that's just Wan'Dale Robinson's one of those guys. Like, he might not be the biggest, fastest receiver out there, but man, he will find a way. Like, he's a winner. Like, that's what I noticed when he was at Kentucky. Like, he will himself to being successful, and he was an absolute beast in college. Gotta love Wan'Dale. Looking a little bit like an old Richie James out there in the 17. Have you guys noticed, like, am I the only one that thinks that Darren Waller is one of the most overrated people? Like, is he not one of the most overrated players in the NFL? Like, everyone talks every year about him being a top tight end. Like, some people think he's the best tight end. They will literally say that he's better than Travis Kelce. And it's like, what in the hell are you guys watching? Like, he's never healthy. And when he is, I don't feel like he's a game changer. I'm honestly surprised the Giants are moving the ball as much as they are, because this 49ers defense is no joke. Like, they're really freaking good. Yeah, I don't blame Barkley. Even if I wasn't fully injured, I'd probably sit out tonight. Why get beat up? Why get beat up by this defense? Oh, look at them trying to be the Eagles. What'd they do? Oh, yeah, I got it. Yeah, I'm with you, Night Hunter. Good, not great. That's a good way to talk about Darren Waller. I feel like he's like, the potential's there, and he could be like, it's almost like he could be a really good Jody Fortson, like something like that. That's the vibe I get from him. But he's not like the complete tight end that Travis Kelce and George Kittle and some of those guys are. I just don't put them in that regard. Paris Campbell, that was a guy some people had talked about the Chiefs taking a look at in the offseason. I actually saw that floating around Twitter and stuff during the offseason. Like, maybe the Chiefs should take a look at Paris Campbell. What do you guys think about that? Were any of you guys in on that? I don't know. Don't necessarily think he's that great, but he's not been in the best situations either. It's not like the Colts were killing it last year or anything. What? That's a good little play right there for the Giants. I feel like it was a little busted up, but Brightwell peeled off there, and Jones kept his eyes down the field. So kind of just split those two defenders there. Whoop. Yeah, not bad. Jones kind of drawed those linebackers towards him there and just allowed Brightwell to get behind him. Not a bad play. Not a bad play. Yeah, Brent, best availability or best ability is availability. Waller is barely available. That's 100% true. For some reason, the Giants always tend to get these guys. Like, that's where Kadarius Toney was at when he never played football. And then it's just like they do this. Saquon Barkley, even, he's always injured. It's like, why do the Giants love the guys that cannot be on the football field? That's why they suck. This is why they're a bad franchise. Not the greatest decision makers, are they? I'm going to end this poll here. Looks like everybody thinks that the 49ers are probably going to win somewhere between 11 and 17 point victory. Looks like that's what everybody's at, 45%. I know a few of you guys said that you thought that the Giants could actually pull this upset off. I just don't think they got the firepower to do it. I just don't see them being able to break this defense all night. Even if they get them a couple times, I don't think it's going to happen much. They're about to send the house on this guy. Well, yeah, it was well defended play there. Yeah, so if you guys got to catch the podcast this morning, appreciate it. If you haven't done that after this tonight or whenever you have time, go check that out. We talked about Richie James and his MCL injury. Like I said, I'm not completely up to date on that. If there was any further news later today, I have not got to see it at all. But we talked about that a little bit, did a little bit of times here. So go check that video out if you have time after you're done tonight or maybe tomorrow when you're bored. We'll also be doing a full podcast. It's like the one we put out today is just a little mini pod, probably about 10, 12 minutes. We'll be doing a full podcast for tomorrow. So make sure that you guys catch that tomorrow. We'll probably release that about 1 p.m. Eastern time. So make sure that you guys catch that. Danny Dimes is about to be Danny Nickel. Danny's, like I said, I just can't believe that they gave him that much money. I can't believe they pulled the trigger on that. That was crazy to me. Like, I know he had flashes of where he could be a decent quarterback, but it was mostly just because he's slightly mobile. I never saw anything that was too impressive from Daniel Jones. I don't know what constituted such a massive contract. I think they just jumped the gun there. They'd struggled with quarterbacks since Eli, and they thought I don't know. I have no excuses for him. Yeah, I see what you're saying, KY. So no news, didn't participate again. Tony and Bolton didn't participate again. Bolton, I think, will be fine. We all saw that injury, but he was back in the game. So I think he's fine. They're probably just being cautious there. Kadarius Toney, that toe injury, I don't like it because anything that can linger for Kadarius Toney, it worries me because I feel like they not only does he miss a lot of time for injuries, so you always have that like in the back of your mind, like, is it just always looking for something to miss a game? Or do you think because he misses so much, the coaching staff and everybody's a little overly cautious? Either way, I don't like Kadarius Toney having some kind of lingering injury. So it'd be nice if he plays this weekend and we don't hear anything else about the toe. That's best case scenario for us as far as that goes. Yeah, Night Hunter, he reminds me a lot of Sammy Watkins. Maybe not in his play style, obviously, or anything like that, but just the way that his availability is just so shaky. Like, you never know what to expect. You can't really rely on the guy, and that's definitely something he needs if he wants to be a wide receiver one in this league. You got to be reliable, and so that's something he's got to overcome. Hopefully, this season can be the season that he gets out and plays the entire season. That would be ideal. Be ideal for the Chiefs too. I think if they could get Kadarius Toney going in this offense, and really, really get some confidence in him and get that chemistry with him and Mahomes, I think he could be pretty freaking effective. I think he's a 1,000-yard receiver if you just give him the opportunities, but he's got to stay on the field. Yeah, Gary, I think Bolton's definitely going to play Sunday. Like I said, the injury, we saw it happen in the game. I was a little worried it was worse than I guess it ended up being because he ended up getting right back out on the field. But I think they're just being cautious with him. And it's Bears week. So I mean, they're like, if there's a week to take it a little easy on some of the guys that need to recover, this is the week to do it. So I think that has a part to do with it. Anyway. Sean, you were hanging out with Mike earlier? Yeah, I saw that he was live streaming. I don't know exactly what he was live streaming. I didn't get to watch any of it. I just know that he got on and did a live stream. So that's why I'm here by myself right now. He's going to be here in just a little while. He was out getting some dinner and stuff and taking a bit of a break between the other live stream. And I told him I'd go ahead and hold it down for a little while. Even if it's a little boring, I'll hold it down. We'll be here when he gets here. These Thursday night games, this one right here, it's starting to fall into that could be a boring game. We're 3 minutes left in the first quarter and it's 3-3. I mean, come on, guys. Playing the Giants, you should be up by 21 by now. Dare I say that the 49ers are overrated because they're only tied by, 3-3 with the Giants after a quarter, minus Saquon Barkley. What's up, Missouri Sports Network? Been a long time. Hope you're doing good, my man. Gary says KT's style of play is not conducive to injury-free football, but it's fun to watch. Absolutely. Freaking terrifies me just watching him make those cuts and stuff, man. It's like I feel like every freaking ACL, MCL, everything in his body is screaming every time. Every time he makes one of those hard jump cuts. That was a pretty good pass and catch there. Brock Purdy to George Kittle. I think it's weird that people will pick George Kittle as a tight end over Travis Kelce. Like, I do like George Kittle, don't get me wrong. I think he's a really good tight end. But I just think there's a gap there, man. Like, Kittle is a great route runner, and he can make those catches like you just saw, but and, of course, a good blocker. But if there's just a gap there for me. I have to say, of course, they're not firing all cylinders right now, but I'm not too impressed with San Francisco's offense, considering the weapons they have. I mean, because they're pretty loaded up. Let's be quite honest about it. And Brock Purdy's supposed to be playing well. I mean, he played well last year, and so far this year he's done okay. So we can't really blame the quarterback there. But, I mean, McCaffrey, Deebo Samuels. I guess it does kind of hurt him that Brandon Ayuk is out. He's been performing at a high level this year. So that's got to be a little bit tough. What's up, Terry? Yeah, working a little bit of OT. I just got in from work a little while ago, and we decided we were going to hang out and watch the game with everybody tonight. Mike's out grabbing dinner because he was live streaming earlier. So he'll be here in just a little while. But good to see you, Terry. Yeah, I agree, Kale. The people, he says, those people don't really believe that. They just enjoy the way Kittle plays the position. I think there's a lot to that, too. Like, most of the people that always say Kittle's the best tight end in the league, they'll always refer to, well, he blocks better. That's their go-to. He's a way better blocker than Travis. First of all, Travis is not a bad blocker. He's a good blocking tight end. That's a big misconception. And the fact that Kelsey's that much better of a route runner is just hard to ignore. Dang, that guy got popped. Probably should have let that one go. Probably should have let that one go, buddy. So what are we thinking about the Bears matchup this weekend, guys? Y'all excited for it? You think it's going to be the get right game like me and Mike keep talking about? Is this where the Chiefs get right with the offense? I have full faith the defense is going to keep humming along. Very impressed by our defense so far this year. And I'm excited for it. I know you guys have to be excited for it. How long has it been since we could just absolutely talk about the Chiefs defense the way we can talk about them right now? Like normally they're playing second fiddle to the offense ever since Mahomes been in the league. But right now, man, the defense has kind of stole the show the first couple of games. Patty going to have to take it back this week. I think there'll be, Patty put on a little extra when they played the Bears the first time. And then, of course, Matt Nagy's going to be wanting to really get back at the Bears as well. So I think it could be a good game for us. Yeah, Night Hunter, that's the thing with Kelsey. They don't ask him to block a whole lot. I mean, Kelsey and Andy Reid's offense is literally a freaking wide receiver, basically. That's just what he is. Does he play a tight end position? Yes. Is he doing what a tight end would normally be doing most of the game? No. Like, Kelsey's basically another wide receiver on the field. That's just not how Andy Reid plays. That's not how he calls his offense. It's not how he schemes things. So, I mean, I think if Kelsey was playing for the 49ers and he had to fill the role of George Kittle, I think he'd do just fine. Like, he would be just as good or better. Kittle can block, though. I mean, he's a wild little guy. I'll give him that. KL says we're going to blow them out. We're either going to blow them out or we're going to be having flashbacks to the end of the game. Yeah, I've seen a lot of people thinking that this could be a trap game with the Bears. They keep referring to the Indy game last year because that was the trap game last year, right? Which we had that game won anyway. Should have never been that close, but we had the game won. And, of course, the BS flag on Chris Jones when he told Matt Ryan to get his old ass up. Apparently that constitutes a flag in the NFL because he hurt his feelings, called him old. But, yeah, I don't think it's the same situation. To me, it's not. I think the Chiefs dropped the game in week 1 that they shouldn't have dropped. Like, you have to think, like, the Chiefs played just about as bad as they can possibly play. Defense looked pretty decent, but the offense played pretty freaking bad. Didn't have Kelsey, didn't have Chris Jones. Whoa. And that's why you pay Nick Bosa a freaking boatload of money. Good Lord, bro. Like, that's the thing about Chris Jones, too. Like, everybody didn't want to pay Chris Jones, and you can't pay anybody that much money. He's being selfish, get him off the team. But guys like Chris Jones and Nick Bosa are guys that you have to pay. You just freaking have to. Like, they are game changers. They're game wreckers. I mean, you see it right here. Good Lord, man. He's so freaking athletic and fast to be an edge rusher. And he might pull a play right here. Let's see it. End of the first quarter, 3-3. That might have been the most exciting play of the game so far, and it was a freaking sack. No offense going. Yeah, Terry, I'm a Royals fan. It's been a rough year. I don't obsess over baseball like I do football, but I do follow it. I don't get to watch all the games and stuff, but I do keep up with it. And it's been rough. A lot of weird things going on with the Royals, in my opinion. I just really hope, as good as Bobby Witt Jr. is, that it's not going to be that same old scenario where they have a really good player, so they end up trading him for a couple of no-name prospect pitchers like in a couple of years and just really piss everybody off. Because that's what they've been doing lately. Like, every time we have a good player, it's just like, I don't know. They just can't build this team back to what it was in 2014, 2015. They're struggling. I think they could get back to that eventually, but not the way they're going. I saw where they announcement about the stadium. I don't know if you guys saw that, but they're like postponing that now. I know they had 2 concepts for a new Royal Stadium, and then all of a sudden they're kind of pulling back on that and retracting it. Personally, the one in North KC looked a little bit nicer to me than the downtown, but I feel like downtown's like the place to be for the team as far as, location. Downtown parking for stadiums is trash, though. I will say that. Yeah, Gary, it's just been so hard to watch, man. It's hard to keep up with when you're losing that much. There's been some exciting games here and there, though. How much longer do you think we're going to have Salvi? Like, I don't want to think about that. It's sad to think about Salvi being gone, but How much longer has he got as a Royal? What do y'all think? I don't know how much longer he'll play. Could pull a Molina and just play for, until he's like 50. Night Hunter Royals. Who are they and what sport? That's what I should have said. Rerun says, I've seen 4 members of the Chiefs on commercials. Can you name them, Steve? Travis Kelce, Patrick Mahomes, Chris Jones, and Andy Reid. I think I'm right. Chris Jones is not the best actor in the world, even though he had one line. Even though he had one line in that I think Andy Reid's got him beat in the acting department. What's up, Ray Ray? Good to see you. How long can they keep with Junior? Yeah, Chief Kelsey, I don't know. That's what I'm afraid of. I'm afraid they're going to pull the old, we have a good player, so let's trade them for a couple of pitching prospects that never pan out type deal. They always freaking do. It's funny because I knew it was going to happen, but back when they traded Soler away, I was really upset about that when I was for a couple no-name guys, and then he goes on to be World Series MVP. Like, who didn't see that one coming? Led the entire American League in home runs a year before that, and then it's like, oh, let's get some prospects out of this guy while we can. Every freaking time. Terry says, I have no family and I was born and raised in KC. I purchased a George Brett rookie card. I have it framed with his stats. I would love to send it to you. That'd be freaking awesome, Terry. I would tell you to hang on to that, but I mean, that's up to you. You can email us if that's something you really want to do. That's freaking rad. George Brett, gotta love George Brett. The reaction from the Pine Tar, that's just forever burned in all of our heads, isn't it? Like, but Terry, that would be freaking amazing. If you feel the need to do that, you can email us at allchiefteup@gmail.com. Terry, that's awesome. Go for it. Ooh, Mike's in the house. I'm going to take
Party's here.
back on so I can hear him babble.
Party's here. Come on.
Party's in the house.
Party's here, baby.
I had an earbud in listening to the game. But,
Let's go. I just gifted a membership. Why?
Did you?
Because I was out having a little chicken Philly sub from Zaxby's.
Again?
Might I recommend 2 days in a row? It's two.
You
two
told me to
effing
get
good.
one. I didn't know you were going to go turn around and get another.
I did. West Indian Chief. Welcome to the tribe, baby. ACU crew. And we got a 10 bomb as soon as old Mikey gets on here. Let's roll. Rerun 10 bomb. Awesome channel.
Appreciate
You're awesome.
the rerun. Hey, I want to go back to Terry real quick though. I appreciate that. And if you do send it to me, I'll take good care of it for you. I'll make sure I do.
The George Brett. Is that what he said?
She, yes.
Oh, who are you talking to?
Terry.
Oh, Terry. She's got a George Brett. Nice.
It's
That's pretty sick.
Hold on. I'll read the comment to you since you were here. Rerun. Appreciate the 10 and the kind words, brother. Put some legendaries in the chat for rerun.
Oh, yeah.
But Terry says, look, Steve, I have no family and I was born and raised in KC. I purchased a George Brett rookie card, have it framed with his stats. Would love to send it to you. That's freaking awesome.
Sick.
That's freaking awesome.
Steve, I'll let you keep it. You can put it up right behind you so we can see it on the
I'm
wall.
gonna put it back there. That way everybody can remember how awesome Terry is every time they watch
Yeah,
us.
that's pretty awesome. And I see that Adam threw out $4. I wasn't here, obviously. Appreciate you, Adam. And rerun again. Thank you. Legendaries in the chat. Catch ups in the chat for rerun.
Yeah. Well, Mike, I can tell
Rita.
you, you're not missing much of a game. It's been pretty stagnant.
Who's playing?
In true Amazon Prime Thursday night game fashion.
Oh, I don't even know what the score is.
It's
What
a
is it, like
49ers and the
0-0,
Giants,
3-0?
3-3.
Good night.
It's been pretty boring so far. The best play of the game so far was a sack by Nick Bosa. He almost got the safety. Dude's a beast.
Okay.
Terry,
gonna
it's
get it.
freaking autographed. Oh, she's putting the pressure on me. I got to take good care of this one.
You better.
That's freaking awesome, Terry.
Dude, I felt like I was just on here talking to everybody a few minutes ago.
Yeah, that's what I said. I was like,
been a
Mike will
long
be
day.
back. He's grabbing some food. I didn't get to watch any of your live stream earlier, so
I was going to go online. I've been going online. Have you noticed on X this week? I've been taking individual players and posting up their PFF stats and just trying to make everybody feel good about our roster because we're doing well. Even though we're just 1-1, we're fine. But I was going to do that, so I was like, well, screw it. I'll just bring in the ACU crew, and we'll just do it together. So we look through some PFF stuff.
just look at some stats and things. That's kind of cool. 5-bomb from Terry as well. Says Steve, it's autographed too. That's freaking awesome, Terry. I tell you what, Mike, we have a P.O. box in the description, don't we?
Yeah. Either that
Terry,
or just message us, and I'll send it out to you, but I'm pretty sure. Oh, yeah, if you click any of our
you say you'll
videos, if
send
you
it
go
out?
to,
You don't have it. Terry has it. She's going to send it to us.
I mean, if you message me on Google, I'll send you the address.
Okay.
But yeah, if you go click any of our descriptions, I think it's in there.
Terry, I'm with Brenda. You're a sweetheart. That's freaking awesome. Let's freaking go. And thanks for the 5 and the support. Appreciate you.
Yeah, look at this. Did you guys just wait till
Hey.
Mike got here? Then you said, I'm going to
What?
gift some stuff.
Yeah, that's what they did. They waited for you. They were like, Steve's kind of boring by himself. He's getting lost in his phone watching the game. I got the phone propped up right here just watching the game. I had an earbud in. But there ain't much to watch. It looks like Debo just ripped off a nice little play.
How can you not be boring if you're watching the Giants?
I
And the
know.
49ers?
I thought it was going to be a blowout for real. But
Still
hey,
good.
can you guys flood the chat with some legendaries for Terry, please? I want to see a lot
Oh,
of
yeah.
those. I want to see a lot of those legendaries. So I was thinking, man, when I get time, I'm going to work on some stuff for the channel. Been strapped on time, of course, between work and then all the content that we've been putting out in the live streams. But I want to get some new emojis. I want to refresh those up a little bit. Also, I got some shirt ideas. Mike, I want a Nene shirt. Nene.
Nene.
That's gotta be one. I want to get the El Travador shirt done, and then maybe some emojis as well. I think a Nene emoji would be cool too, and a suck it emoji would be great.
That'd be awesome. Can we get a shirt that says PP on the PP?
A little PP on the PP. Christian McCaffrey is absolutely wrecking the Giants. I don't know why they just don't keep giving him the ball. What's up, Yogi? Good to see you, my man. It's going good. It's going good. Just watching this boring football game. Any game that's not the Chiefs is boring. Is
The
it not?
49ers is like watching a really good high school team. They'll just run you to death using like counters. And
Well, that's what I was saying. I was telling everybody in the chat, Mike. Like I didn't watch a whole lot of 49ers football in the last year and a half. We blew them off the field last year, and after that, I just didn't care that much. Brock Purdy, like, is he really like good? Like, is he a good passer? Like, to me, it looks like he's a statue in the pocket. And he's thrown a lot of bad balls tonight.
I mean, I feel like you can. I don't know. I take that back. I was gonna say anybody can be good when you got a good running game like that, but we've seen Trey Lance. That wasn't all that great. But
Well, I think
he does
Trey
well.
Lance. I said Rance.
Rants.
Trey Lance is kind of in the same boat as Zach Wilson to me. Like, I feel like they're both talented and fine quarterbacks, but they just jumped the gun. Like, they were not ready for the NFL.
Yeah, I agree. They probably over what's it called? Like overvalued them a little bit too much.
Yeah, for sure. I don't know how bad I'm lagging on this game, by the way. Normally I'm like a play behind Mike, so I'm probably a play behind everybody else too. So sorry if I'm lagging behind, but it's as live as I can get it.
What have you watched? What's it say on your clock?
10:42. Of course, it's counting down.
Right. Well, mine's about the same. Like, did you just see the little dump down pass to the running back?
Yeah. That's where I'm at. They're showing the replay right now. Mitchell.
Yeah, and he just got tackled right now.
That's actually a pretty good play by that linebacker there.
It's a great play in space.
He almost missed that tackle, but
It's a tough tackle.
he
in
saved
space, man.
himself. He saved himself.
3rd and 13. Giants are crowding the line. Little man coverage. And they dip it to McCaffrey. I'm telling you, McCaffrey's nasty.
Yeah, he is, dude. If that cat could have stayed healthy his whole career, Okay. Yeah, get up. Anytime I see him lay there too long, it's like, oh God, I jinxed him. No, but man, he's a monster. Man, but didn't you hate his dad when he was in the league?
Ed.
Yeah.
Oh, Ed.
Hey,
Look, just a little screen pass. Trent
Caffrey's just
Williams
a
out
beast.
there.
Yeah, I'm with you, Yogi. It's that nice doze off television. Like you watching it, you just sinking into your couch after a long day, and you'll start snoring a little bit because the game just can't keep you in. San Francisco number 2 on defensive power rankings. No. Actually, right now they're let's see second. Yeah, it says they're second in defense as far. What am I looking at? Yeah, PFF has them third overall, second in defense, ninth in offense. What does PFF have the Chiefs as far as that stuff goes? I'm gonna go look.
I don't know. I've been digging in on individual stuff. Not really looked at a lot of team stuff.
Yeah, I kind of wanted to see where they had our defense. I know a lot of people have it second, right behind the Dallas Cowboys, but if the 49ers are second, you think they got to cash in on this drive? Are they going to score a touchdown this drive? Or are they going to get held to another?
Oh
field
yeah,
goal?
that run game's too.
It is
chunking off too
one
much.
good play here, like that, could change it up. Oh, they're going to call a face mask or something, aren't they?
Yeah, it looks like it.
I think it could be a hold. Could be on the offense. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not listening to the broadcast anymore. I had an earbud in, but now I don't. I guess I could put it in. Not too worried about it.
Yeah, it's face mask for sure.
Yep, straight up. Busted.
Who's got the most out of those two uniforms? Like, which one of those are the most iconic look? Where'd you go? Steve disappeared, it looks like. There he is. He's back.
Yeah, I just dropped my phone on my computer about shut it all down. Sorry.
Yeah.
What were you saying?
I was saying, which one of these two uniform schemes do you think is the most iconic? The Giants, red, white, and blue, or these? Because these are like two of the most like they've not really changed much over the years. I mean, San Francisco's kind of tried to upgrade it a little bit.
I feel like you kind of got to go with the 49ers as iconic just because they're like the more prevalent franchise, you know, like because of Montana and what he did for them.
Still though, Parcells and Lawrence Taylor,
right? I
they
do
had
like
their heyday
the
too,
white.
baby.
I like the white and blue. I do like it, and the red. Giants uniforms are pretty clean, man. To be honest,
yeah, I think so too. They've updated
I'm not big on it. I'm not big on their logo though. Just the NY. Like I feel like that leaves a lot to be desired. I mean, like of course the 49ers is just a SF2, but at least it's got like some character to it.
Why didn't they? I don't know if they thought about this, but you know how the NY is on the side of the helmet.
Hey, have a good night, Night Hunter. Thanks for hanging out.
Why didn't they make the N and the Y like the middle two? It would have been sick to make those like the Twin Towers.
They could have done something. They could have did something cool with it.
That'd have been pretty awesome.
Nice little blitz off the edge there, and they converted. Who is that? Bell? Who? Who is the Pacheco wannabe? Who is this? No, I was kidding.
Ronnie Bell?
Is it Bell? Yeah. What's the flag for? A little hold on the offense?
The Giants. Nah, I feel like it's against the Giants. Maybe a little holding on a receiver. Something like that, I feel. Hands to the face, something weird. Offsides, decline. I knew it had to be on the D. They wasn't acting too.
How anticlimactic.
Sam Darnold.
Mike.
Yeah,
I forgot to look at my freaking fantasy football lineup, and I left Brandon Ayuk in. This is like the third week of the NFL, and
he's
every
sitting,
week,
right?
Yeah, every week I have started somebody that's not even playing because I don't have time to look at that crap. I just don't.
Right.
It's like I'm gonna buy myself out of those leagues after this year. I just can't keep up with it.
Yeah,
I don't have time to look.
I just can't. I can't focus with fantasy football anyway. It seems like everybody ever picked, I just curse them.
Better things to do. I just don't have time to look.
10-3. Steve, this is still going to be a blowout, I think.
I think so too. I actually put a poll up before you got in, and it was how how bad were the 49ers going to beat the Giants? And 45% said 11 to 17 points was going to be the win margin there.
That's probably about right. I could see the Giants starting to press a little bit.
Oh, they're gonna have to do something, right?
Dude, you've been live already for about an hour?
Yeah, I just been hanging out talking.
Okay.
Nothing
Well,
crazy.
dang,
You didn't miss nothing
I
crazy.
was gonna say I'd have ate faster, but for some reason I was
whatever.
thinking you was going live at 8:30.
Kicked your feet up. The game started at 8:15.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. These games are so bad though, right? They're so
They're
trash.
always so boring. Like it's like it always seems like a good idea. Like let's hang out and watch the game tonight. It'll be
You
fun.
gotta
They
do something
said.
to make it interesting, right?
I know. So it's like, you know what? I'm just gonna hang out with my friends and watch it because if I was by myself, I would be sleeping right now.
I'd be watching
absolutely
like
be
reruns or
asleep.
something.
Yeah, I done turn the channel.
I feel like everybody's asleep tonight.
Joe E, the game's on Amazon Prime, brother. Prime bought out Thursday Night Football, so Brian Parrott in the house. What's up, Brian?
Brian Parrott.
Troublemaker himself is in the house. What's up, Jay Kelsey? Good to see you, brother. NFC is weak. They just
They're
are.
boring, aren't they?
Yeah, for sure. What's Nightbot up to? I see where Gary says he's on fire. What's he doing? He's going nuts, putting in OT, putting a little overtime. Matt says, "What was up with Creed Humphrey's low snaps? It's a rhythm killer." Mike talked about this. Was it our last pod or maybe the last live stream? I don't know. I can't keep up anymore. But it was a super hot, muggy day. It was just sticky, wet, muggy. I feel like sweat had a lot to do with that. Just a grip on the football. Mike noticed that he was like maneuvering the football a little differently than he normally would, where he thinks he was trying to get a better grip before he snapped the ball. So I think the ball was just slipping out of his hands. I don't think it's anything to worry about going forward. It was just one of those days, man. 90 degrees outside and muggy. Had to be nasty.
Yep.
Why do we got the 4-way San Francisco 49er camera going on here? That was weird. So, Mike, do you think there's any hope for the Giants? We actually had some people in the chat. I think Steve-O said he had faith that the Giants could pull off the upset. Kathy, I believe it was, said that she thinks that they're going to upset and win by 6.
Huh.
You think it's possible?
Maybe, I guess. I don't know. I'm not a big believer in the Giants, to be honest. I just don't think Daniel Jones is it.
No,
of course. Me wrong, I guess.
I think everybody knows that. I don't think that's not a hot take at all, bro. I don't think anybody thinks Daniel Jones is it. They got he fleeced the Giants organization.
Oh yeah.
Could it be worse? Yeah. I mean, there's worse than Daniel Jones, but they're not paying them that much money either. This is why they like Jones. What in the heck was that? They like it. I think they like that he's a little bit mobile and he can move around. But I mean, he's not. I don't know. I just don't see it.
What are they trying to say now? He's out of the tackle box.
Was that were they trying to call it, like, say intentional grounding?
Trying to say intentional grounding. Did the ball get back to the line of scrimmage?
I mean, even if it did, like, I feel like they should be able to call that there because it's
exactly
what that was.
There?
Yeah, that was definitely intentional grounding. I don't know if it meets the criteria of the rule, but I would call it just on pure principle there.
Thought there had to be a receiver in the area.
That was terrible. That was terrible.
Daniel Jones just always walks around with like a stank face. Like he just sniffed a fart, and I mean, obviously he's just smelling their offense. Like, come on, look at this.
He walks around with a stank face.
He does. He kind of looks like a Bruce Campbell. If Bruce Campbell sniffs farts all the time.
Talking about Ash from Evil Dead?
Yeah. You get that vibe from him?
Maybe. I guess I can kind of see that. That was a decent pass there. Are there any Giants players you like besides Wandale?
Jeez. Sack. I already knew that was coming. Giants offensive line's trash. No. There's not many people on the Giants I like. There's not many people on any team I like rather than the Chiefs. Like Wandale's okay, I guess.
Jim, it's 10-3. San Fran.
Let me take a look at their roster. They drafted Jalen Hyatt. I wonder if he's going to pan out anywhere near what everybody thought.
I feel like he did okay.
Oh, yeah, they traded for Boogie Basham.
Yeah. They did get him.
I didn't mind Boogie Basham all that much. I actually liked him coming out of college.
Yeah, you and Pops were both kind of big on Boogie Basham.
Out of Wake.
Yeah.
I thought he was okay. I'm just kind of going down their list. Gosh, what a crap show. Dexter Lawrence is a good defensive interior player, I guess. I don't really love him. Deontay Banks, I thought that was a pretty good pick. I thought he'll do decently. Yeah, they're just not a very good roster. It's a pretty trash roster, to be honest.
KCDC says his favorite Giants are Tony and James. So no update on Richie James. I see in the chat everybody was saying they didn't update at all on that. That's kind of strange.
Haven't seen nothing today.
Like you know they've already looked at it. Like why is it?
Well, I'm going to tell you. Did you see our video today? Did you get to watch our video today? I mean, you recorded it obviously, but nobody watched the video today. Nobody gives a crap about Richie James.
Right. I mean,
but why would they? The dude's caught one ball for 6 yards. I think Chiefs Kingdom's already turned on him completely. Again, Jack Green might be somewhere like with the Shrine. I don't know.
Jack Green's been in hiding.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't think anybody really cares at this point. He didn't do anything to make anybody care for him.
Right. Well, he dropped a punt, and we all know how that goes for.
and I think the sentiment is everybody doesn't want to go get nobody new. I mean, because you're not going to be able to get your Mike Evanses of the world. It's just not happening. So I think everybody wants to see Rashee Rice and Justin Ross get a chance. I just don't know if Andy's going to be willing to do it.
I could have just fell over when I just looked at this.
What?
The Chiefs 2023 team grade so far from PFF. Do you want to hear what they've got?
Yeah, sure. Let's hear it.
24th overall.
In what? Like overall team?
Yeah. 20th in offense. 26th in defense. What? What are they judging by? That's insanity.
That's this year?
Yeah, 2023, Mike. 2023. Out of the first two games, that's what they've got this team rated. 26th overall defense. Get out of here. They've let up 2 touchdowns in 2 games. How in the heck could they possibly be 26th in defense?
What are they grading on here?
I don't know. It's making me wonder.
Individual?
Offense 20th, that wouldn't surprise me.
No, that seemed totally legit.
Let's see. Chris Jones, 69.2% pass rush win rate on 3rd and 4th down versus the Jaguars. Ranked number 1 in the entire NFL. Highest graded defensive player versus the Jaguars was Chris Jones, then Trent McDuffie, then Leo. Highest graded offensive players against the Jags was Patrick Mahomes, Isaiah Pacheco, and Noah Gray. Yeah, that's odd. This is why people don't like PFF, though. Because, like, what metrics are you using that would have the Chiefs defense ranked 26th in the league right now? Like, I don't care what metric you're going by, you're wrong.
Looking at the right thing?
2023 team grades, Mike.
I'm looking at NFL power rankings from PFF. Rankings prior to week 3.
What do they got?
And it's got
KC.
KC
literally looking at it right now, Mike.
at number 1.
2023 team grades. Brock Purdy.
Oh, wait. This is just ranking quarterbacks.
Is that Breida again? That's your dude? No.
Power rankings.
Mitchell. Yeah, Mike, well, I don't know what the heck you're talking about. Just go type in Kansas City Chiefs on PFF and look at the daggone scores.
I'm looking at player positioning. So I seen the Chiefs at the top, but it was just for Mahomes.
Surprised they don't have him ranked 24th. This rate, whatever metrics they're going by.
Says points allowed. We're tied for third with 30, so that's really high. Defensive team grade 26. Huh.
Yeah, man. What did you think about Trayvon Diggs, bro?
Oh, ACL out.
Yeah. And then their center
just
actually
seen
went
that.
out today as well in practice and had to get an MRI done on a hamstring.
Well, I mean, it's Dallas, right? They're going to fall apart.
Like,
Give
it's
them
like,
time.
oh, we had 2 good games. Time to fall apart now.
It's over.
It's over. They're officially out of the playoffs. They've officially been eliminated from the playoffs. Oh, Mitchell just broke one.
Oh, by the way, I think I figured out how they rank.
They just put names in a hat and draw them out.
No, they rank them off individual players as a metric to how good they are individually. So, for example, corners, they'll take all of our corners and then they take the average, and then just whoever's got the average at all positions. So they're probably gonna say, obviously, whoever has the. You know what I'm trying to say? So when they look at Chiefs individual grades, our defensive interior,
Yeah,
120th out of 124, Matt Dickerson. 108th out of 124, Derek Nottie.
I guess-
59th out of 124, and then 1 out of 124.
Yeah.
So like that carries a certain amount of weight, and then they go into the edge, and then the linebackers, then safeties and corners, and so on.
Yeah.
And then that's how they put it together.
All right.
I
I'm stepping
think-
out for a second, Mike. I'll be right back.
Okay, it's cool. What's up, Tyler? I wonder if let's just watch this play. Picked. Nope. Right to him. Dude, are you kidding me? Sometimes when it's just going your way, it's going your way. Something tells me if that was Mahomes, that ball got tipped up in the air like that, there'd be about 17 players from the other team sitting right under it. Tebow and a Dory Jackson. Jeez, I don't know. He should probably caught that one. Maybe. Oh. Boy, this game's wild, isn't it? Boring. I'm gonna find. Let me bring this up. Well, it's going to commercial. I'm sure that these commercials are going to be a lot more entertaining than this game has been so far. Good night. So has anybody seen anything on Richie James MCL? Does anybody care? Is everybody hoping that we see a lot more Justin Ross? The only thing about that is Justin Ross and Richie do not remotely even play the same position, so I don't know if we're going to see any extra from Justin Ross. Andy's just so stubborn about these rookies and stuff playing. I feel like before before it's all said and done, Rashee Rice is going to end up getting most of his snaps taken away from him, which doesn't make a lot of sense. I feel like you just let the young guys go, man. The receivers in right now aren't even killing it. I mean, if you look at the PFF rankings, Justin Watson's our highest graded receiver. I mean, come on. 44th out of 113. Kadarius Toney's not even ranked. Justin Ross is not done enough to get ranked. Marquez is 83rd out of 113. Sky Moore's 81 out of 113. Rashee Rice not done enough to get ranked. Like, they've not even played a minimal amount of snaps to get ranked yet. So, yeah, it's not like we're out here just crushing it with who we got. I mean, come on.
Sound like someone was dying upstairs. We're all good, though. But
I was talking about our receiver rankings.
what about him?
Rashee Rice, Kadarius Toney, Justin Ross haven't even got to play enough snaps to be ranked.
Imagine that.
Justin Watson's 44th out of 113, and he's the best guy on our roster.
That's sick.
Sky Moore and Marquez is 81st and 83rd. Like, you would think at some point Andy would allow some of the younger guys to at least try to get out there.
Yeah, that's ridiculous, bro.
Like, it just doesn't make a lot of sense to me.
I'm not sure what they're like. I'd be interested to know what their mentality is with the receivers, like as far as coaching and management. Like what's their idea there? Like, did they have the same weird misconception that a lot of fans do? Like, Patrick Mahomes don't need no receivers. Like, or is it like, I don't know.
I just think they don't think that their offense is. I just don't think they think their offense is humming, and that once it happens, they're going to come back in. Like, they're going to be fine once the offense goes. But I mean, that's the only thing I can think of. Steve says Nico Remigio, next man up. Nico's on IR. He's out for the longest time.
I wish he was healthy because I feel like we could.
I wish he would too, but we've not even heard many updates on Nico. So the last thing we heard is IR. And I have no idea where he's at. Yeah, I'm going to go to X.
Dislocated
I'm gonna find Nico.
Dislocated his shoulder, so I don't think he had to have surgery or anything, though, did he? I don't think it wasn't like Jody's.
He hasn't even tweeted.
Yeah, I haven't heard nothing about it, to be honest.
September 2nd, and his last tweet said, "Go Bears."
What'd you do?
I have no idea.
What are you breaking over there? Was that your Duff can?
Yeah, I think so.
I never noticed that until, was it yesterday or I don't know. I noticed the Duff can. I was like, when did Mike get the Duff can?
Yeah, I don't know. I found it and I just put it up here.
That's awesome.
But yeah, Nico, haven't seen nothing on Nico. He's just went silent. Kind of odd.
I kind of wonder how. I mean, obviously it wasn't. I don't think he had to have surgery or anything.
I don't think so either. Let me see if he's been on Instagram. These kids nowadays prefer Instagram over anything because they don't like to do anything but post pictures.
Yeah, usually if I want to find something, that's where I'll go.
He hasn't posted on here since the Saints game. He's just disappeared. So I don't know if Nico's even okay. Somebody might need to send out a search party on this cat.
Hey, do you want to bring up the game cast? I was going to do that. I forgot.
Yeah, give me a second. I'll bring it up for you.
I feel like I'm having dinner with the ACU crew every night these days. I'm going to light a little candle. We're going to have an intimate dinner together. I'm having a little spaghetti. We can be like the Lady and the Tramp. Where we
Y'all
can
find it weird?
share spaghetti.
Do you find it weird that this game tonight is officially kicking off week 3?
Yeah, how are we 3 weeks into the NFL season already?
Isn't this insane?
Dude, it's insane how fast like this year's going by. Is it just a typical you get older and the time goes by faster thing?
Yeah, like we're just gazers and I guess we're tired and sad.
just struggling, you know.
There's some game cast. I mean, it's
There
not
we
like
go.
the greatest in the world, but
There we go. We'll watch it. Well, I don't have the score up there. That's kind of weird.
I know. That's what I was wondering.
Oh, there
I mean,
it
you
is.
got to come all the way to the top.
I'm okay with that. That's fine. It's all right.
I kind of thought you would just. You zoom it out just a little bit.
I mean,
Oh,
from
zoom it out,
the
it's even
60 from the 60 people that's in the live stream tonight, you can see how much people care about the Giants and 49ers game.
Yeah, nobody cares about this game. Just do this. Game summary. It's got the. Well, I guess you got to read it here. It's tough to read. Okay, I'll just bring this back up.
So how does Daniel Jones fall into the top paid quarterbacks now that like all these contracts have come out and settled? Like, how bad does that contract still look? I was kind of wondering that, because like it was really, really bad, but then of course they came out and they've paid other guys have, you know, made bank, like Lamar and then Joe Burrow, Justin Herbert, Mahomes is now restructured. Like, is it still looking as nasty as we think it is, or did they judge it like the market? Okay, like, you think it might not look as bad now?
Well, he signed. What was it? Let me think. He signed a 4-year extension for $160 million. $82 million fully guaranteed. That's horrendous. $35 million in available incentives.
So bad.
Yeah, that's horrible. In comparison to everybody else,
Yeah, I'm kind of wondering like how it played out now that they've overpaid a lot of other people.
right?
Like maybe they judged the market about right, you think, or no?
Jeez, I don't know. Let me try to find it.
I tend to think he's probably still overpaid. Like, I just don't see a whole lot from Daniel Jones. I don't understand any of that hype.
Let's see. His contract AAV, which is average annual value, he's tied for 10th. He's tied with Matt Stafford and Dak Prescott. You know what's funny? Even with Mahomes' new contract, they're saying that he's still at 8.
Really?
Huh. I
Dude,
wonder
I
if they've
saw
got
her-
that completely updated, though.
Mike, KCDC says in the chat that he got Mr. Gaddy's Monday night. He said not many left was the bomb. Don't know if they're a Kentucky thing or broader. I'm kind of wondering that too. You just made me want Mr. Gaddy's really bad, KCDC. Thanks.
Yeah, we used to go there a lot as kids.
It's such cheap pizza, like crappy pizza, but it's so good.
But it's good. Like,
It's
everybody
so
else talks
good.
about, like, CC's and stuff, and I feel like Gaddy's is better, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. They potentially have the best buffalo chicken pizza there is. And they have awesome dessert pizzas, too. Like a s'mores pizza and some kind of apple pie one. I don't know. Mr. Gaddy's rules.
The old apple pie.
Is someone fighting at your house?
Me?
Mm-hmm.
No. I didn't even hear a noise.
It sounded like someone yelling. Maybe I'm
No.
hearing things. What a turd of a football game. I think I'd have rather seen the Giants get completely blown out just for for entertainment's sake.
Yeah. People, I tell you, I read through Twitter sometimes, and it's like, it might be some of the dumbest stuff I've ever read in my life.
You can definitely find some special things on Twitter.
People are
That's for
just,
sure.
I feel like there's just a lot of people that are just out of touch with reality.
Well, they live in their own little bubble, man. And then like Twitter people are really bad too, because you even see this on Chiefs Twitter. Like they
That's
get in
where
their
I'm
own
looking.
yeah, they get their
Yeah.
own little echo chamber, and they just all say the same thing to each other, and that's all they believe. Like you can't have different opinions. Like it's strange, dude. Very strange.
Like there's this cat on here, and he's like on the Justin Reed thread. You remember the one that just went crazy where Justin Reed was actually blocking people?
Yeah, where he was responded to our thread and then started blocking everybody.
Right. And so people are like, basically, you know, they were trying to compare Justin Reed and Snead, which they don't play the same position.
Yeah, that's dumb anyway, right?
That's stupid. But the point is some guy was like, you know, Snead didn't play all that well against Jacksonville. He's not played that well in the first two games, which he's being completely right. He says that all the scores online kind of back it up. Okay, he's right about that too. We've looked into that. He called out the fact that there's 6 missed tackles in 2 weeks. 100% right. Like this dude's just fact after fact after fact. And then you got the one delusional guy.
Yeah, of course.
Well, he was there to help save a touchdown run once, so you can't put your faith in the numbers. What? People are just so blind to like their ideas sometimes.
Yeah.
It's
Like if they have that
weird.
idea in their head, you can't prove otherwise.
Snead's a
you know?
big one. Look, Chiefs Kingdom loves Snead, but I want to say 60% of it is just unwarranted.
Yeah, it's too like they love him to a fault.
It's
like he's
overly too
they've
much. because it's
overhyped
like,
him. Yeah.
I get it if you want to hype Mahomes to a fault, cool. Snead, I don't know about it. There's only so much you can defend. I mean, he's decent, but like I said, like they act like he's like top tier. Like I'm talking like top 4 or 5 in the league.
Well, my thing is a lot of people that got upset when we talked about Snead being in his final year as a Chief, or maybe being traded before the deadline, or you know, all these different ideas because he is on his contract year, and we don't pay corners in Kansas City. And when we brought that up, they went nuts. Like they thought we were crazy. But the same people, we don't need Chris Jones. Just let him go.
I know.
Like, don't pay him. He's not worth that much money. It's like, are you
Never
high?
mind. I
Great.
would pay Chris Jones $70 million a year before I would even sniff $20 million a year to Snead.
Yeah, they're like on 2 different freaking planets.
It's
as
not,
far as
yeah,
like
they're
caliber
2
of
different
player.
football planets.
Like I love Snead, and it sounds like we don't like
Well,
Snead.
Snead's not even the best corner
But,
on the
like,
team right now.
He's not. McDuffie is straight up.
Yeah, I think McDuffie's better. I would trust McDuffie more. Again, McDuffie's got the slot on lock, you know, like that's what they're doing, which is allowing Snead to play that boundary
Right.
and the edge, but I don't know. I just can't get behind it. Like, honestly, Josh Williams got just as good of numbers, and I know he's not playing the number 1, but daggone.
Those 2 guys have impressed me, though.
Dude,
Jalen
the fact
Watson
that they're
and
not letting Jalen Watson play at all,
kind of weird, huh?
he's only got like 20-some snaps for the entire season. It's weird.
And they played the crap out of him last year, like early and often. Hey, Gary Holland says, what's our favorite place to eat pizza, Mike? There's this a pizza place in Elizabethtown, right up the road from us, called Little Charlie's. It's New York style pizza. It's the best place around here by far.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
It's freaking awesome.
Kentucky doesn't have,
Great pizza now.
yeah, it's just not a lot to choose from. We're like the home of Papa John's, so that's all you see anywhere,
A lot of those, yeah.
and they're not very good.
Mm-mm. I don't hate a Papa John's pizza, but it's not my first choice. I'd rather eat that than Domino's. I hate Domino's.
Agree. Domino's is trash in our area for sure.
Mr. Gaddy's, though. get the buffet, get the cheese sticks, you get the salad, you get the whole 9 yards at Mr. Getty's, and it's like $8 or $9 for a buffet. Well, it's probably like $20 now, but
Hey, did you see the video today of Shannon Sharp on the street, and like there was a media organization like interviewing him and asking him a question, and then all of a sudden mid question they're just like, oh, forget it, and they walked on because Selena Gomez come out, and they were started following Selena Gomez, and then when she got in her car and left, she didn't even respond to the camera crew. They went back to Shannon Sharp and they was like, sorry bro, and he's like, it's okay. Like, they just totally did Shannon Sharp for Selena Gomez. And I was thinking, I was like, well, let's be honest. We're all making fun of it, but every one of us is doing the same thing. I'm talking to Selena Gomez way more than I'm trying to talk to Shannon Sharp.
right. Sorry, buddy. 17-6. Giants just kicked a field goal. So
Dude, I flat out hate this new rule.
what?
Were they called this roughing the passer on Leonard Williams for sacking Brock Purdy?
Right. That's dumb.
Like, he literally just tackled him. Like, I don't understand the rule. Like, how does a 300-pound guy supposed to tackle someone and then mid-flight land a certain way?
It's
It
ignorant.
doesn't make sense. Like, honestly, there's so many ways different that if you wanted to hurt him, you could hit him low. You could
Right.
take a cheap shot. You could hit him high. There's plenty of things you can do, but just wrapping him up and just so happens that you land on him a little too much. I mean, come on.
Well,
What's he supposed to do? Brock
that
Purdy
would-
actually just absorbs it and falls down.
I mean, honestly, if Rodgers wouldn't have broke his collarbone a few years ago, that would have never been a rule change. Like, that was all stemming from that.
I don't know how many times I can watch that play and just think it's the wrong call every time. Like,
It's like the Chris Jones sack. with Derek
27
Carr, bro.
sacks in a row. And I'm sitting there just being like, this is not roughing. It just doesn't make sense. This league has got so crybaby-ish. JT says, I don't even know what Selena Gomez does. She
We got a little
sings,
fight going on. We got a little scuffle.
she acts
Trent
a little
Williams?
bit. Who's fighting?
Trent Williams, and is that Dexter Lawrence? I don't know.
Has Trent Williams been flinching and lining up in the backfield
Honestly,
tonight?
I don't know. I haven't really watched
Let's watch his next. Let's watch his next.
what's going
one.
on here.
He
Oh,
punched him.
Yeah, how's he not thrown out of this
How's he
game?
not ejected? That's a punch, right? Isn't that the rule?
Who did he punch?
He shoved him first
Hit him right in the throat.
in the collarbone. I'm going to be honest. If I was that coach and Ashawn Robinson got a flag for that, I'd be completely fine with it.
You'd be okay with it?
I would be fine if Ashawn Robinson got a flag for retaliation. Because,
Yeah.
matter of fact, if I got to the locker room and we're down 17-6,
You didn't retaliate?
and you did not swing at that guy and knock his
I'd
head
sit
off
him
for
the rest
that,
of the game.
I would sit you because I'd be like, you don't want to be out here and you don't have any fire and you don't have any balls. You hit that dude back. Be a grown man about it and you knock him out next time. Like,
Right,
come
don't be
on.
a sis.
Why have we got so wussy, man? Let's play football. I miss football of the 80s, bro, where they just beat each other to death. I miss it. I didn't even watch it.
Yeah, they called offsetting.
I was a little kid. Like, I don't even remember it, but I remember watching replays, and good Lord, it's better than this.
See, I would have got kicked out.
Do you remember the time in high school when I played, and who were we playing?
Greenwood.
No, not that. This is a different story. We were playing, I don't know. I want to say it was like Apollo, maybe, maybe Greenwood? Well, somebody from Bowling Green. I don't know. Anyway, right before the half, we're getting the crap kicked out of us because there was a big team, and they were from Bowling Green. And you know how it is. They were basically recruiting down there. So anyway, it's like 24-3 at the half or something. And right at the very end of the half, like, it was kind of like that play. Like, we were just kind of taking a knee or something, and one of their guys, like, jumped over and mouthed off in my face. Dude, I lit him up. I pushed him. This dude, I mean, it's probably a little flop job, too. He does a complete roll. I get flagged, 15-yard penalty. I was like, dude, my coach is gonna make me run. I'm gonna be out of this game. Like,
They always
but I
made
didn't
me
care.
run when I got kicked out.
Dude, I just couldn't take it. This dude's talking trash. He's taking cheap shots, and I'm not taking it. If I'm losing, I'm gonna get my money's worth.
Right.
So I drill this guy. I get a penalty. Whatever. I get back to the locker room, and I'm like, dude, I'm gonna get it. And I will tell you, my coach, this was the best thing Danny Clark ever did. He stood up in front of the entire room and brought me in front of everybody. And I was like, oh, my God, what is getting ready to happen here, dude? Am I getting ready to get kicked off the team? So anyways, he's like, if you guys didn't see what Williams just did out there and drilling that guy for taking a cheap shot, he's like, you need to pay more attention. He's like, Williams is the only guy out there trying to fight to win this game, and we need to condone him. And I was like, yes. I was like, he grew a sack for a minute, actually got rewarded for getting that 15 yards. And because, why? Because I wasn't taking that crap, dude.
This is the same guy. Okay, keep in mind, this is the exact same coach. When I punched the dude in the chin because he was spitting on us and tripping us.
Right.
I got kicked out, and he made me run laps around the football field for the rest of the game, and it was like the first quarter.
That was because that was like a freshman game or something. Like, those don't even... You know what I'm saying? Like, he's not worried about that.
What?
Wasn't it like a freshman game?
I don't know.
Because you were a frosh then.
So
I'm just saying,
what difference does that make, Mike? You're not making, like, that doesn't change anything.
Because, I mean, you know, his job's not he wasn't even the coach of the freshman team.
Then why would he care? It looks like he'd care more about what you did.
Because he just tries to overlook. Because for me, he wanted to know that we were still fighting out there, down 24-3.
Whatever. He liked you better than me.
Well, I mean, I don't know. But yeah, actually, great story.
Terrible story.
I realized that I just didn't take any crap from people. Like, I wasn't going to have it.
You got made an example of and was rewarded.
I was, actually.
And I had to run 95 laps around that
Also
track.
didn't throw a punch either. I just kind of
did.
pushed the dude and kind of like drilled him, but he gets what he gets. Did you call that Enrique? The two bomb?
Mm-mm.
Enrique's had dinner with the lady, but I had to drop by. Let's
Nice.
freaking go. Nice. Where'd you guys go? What'd you guys do? It's so boring here. I want to hear all about your dinner date.
No kidding. I'm over
Like,
here
this
eating
game
spaghetti,
is the most
Enrique.
boring game in the history of the world. I'm sure your dinner date was a lot better. I don't care if you guys went to Taco Bell. It was better than this. Tyler, a member for 3 months. I love your YouTube channel. Keep putting more Chiefs content. Let's go, Chiefs. We're going to destroy the Bears this weekend.
Heck yeah.
You're right, Tyler. We are.
Appreciate you, Tyler.
I told the Bears we were going to rain down hell's fury on them. The wrath of the Chiefs are coming full force to Arrowhead. Because why? We lost our only game so far in Arrowhead. On banner night, Mahomes is going to make an example of this team.
They need to do it.
Make an example out of them.
Ray says it's 49ers overrated. Are they? I think they could be.
They could be if you get them in certain situations.
They're not. I mean, they're a good team. Don't get me wrong.
Like, I still want to see Purdy have to beat you when he don't have the running game there and a padded lead. I want to see him have to come from behind and beat you.
You know, at the beginning of the game, like I said, I thought that the 49ers were the best team in the NFC, that I think were better than the Eagles, but
Right.
I don't know. honestly.
KCDC says, BG, he spent a few semesters at Western. Nice.
Yeah, heck
Like
yeah.
a lot of kids from our town went to Western to college. We were about an hour away from Western, a little north. So yeah, Bowling Green, man, the food capital of the world. That's their claim to fame, right? I don't know if it's still there, but they had the most fast food restaurants per square mile of anybody in America. That's what they're
Dude,
known
I mean,
for.
it's loaded with food. There's all kinds of places. There's still some good places there.
Yeah, man, pretty good.
Yeah, Bowling Green's not a bad town.
Starting to get kind of rough. People that live there are starting to hate it.
Yeah, I've heard.
Starting to get rough a little bit. We're in America. It's not getting rough. Let's be honest. They've lost control of everything.
Hey, Flapjack says if we're watching the XFL,
Yeah,
17 to
something.
6. Man, the NFL's just been so odd this season. Like, I feel like there's been a lot of weird games. Yeah, K Wayne, home of the Corvette, Bowling Green, baby.
Yeah, you can actually tour. They'll let you like drive a
What about
Corvette.
sinkhole that happened there like a couple years back. That was insane.
Swallowed all the vets. That's crazy. They still actually got something there to like commemorate it. Like they've got the cars on display that they pulled out of the Cinco or something. I haven't went. I want to go. I haven't been since I was a kid.
Oh,
God, it's been like 70 years ago almost.
Yeah, I haven't been to the Corvette Museum either. Terry said she went to Chick-fil-A with her 2 senior dogs and got them some chicken tenders. What?
I like
Terry.
that.
Terry's treating the dogs.
Terry,
a little Chick-fil-A.
Have you tried the new sandwich with pimento cheese? Steve said he tried it and he wasn't too impressed because he got it with the spicy filet. I haven't got to try it.
It was
yet.
good. I would eat it again, but I wouldn't order it again. Like it's not.
What I'm hearing is the people that they say that there's something about the pimento cheese that just don't feel right to them.
I've had better pimento cheese. I will say that.
Right. They were saying like it wasn't the right texture.
Yeah,
or,
I know. I get what they're saying.
You get
like,
it? Okay.
It's like I feel like I could pull the pimento cheese.
It wouldn't make me throw up
into different pieces. Like it's like it was like instead of like more of a cohesive like
right.
You know,
like, dude,
I do understand what they're saying.
Look,
I
got a touch of the tism when it comes to certain textures and foods. I can't do it. Like I cannot eat tomatoes because they're slimy. But the funny thing is, if it's a cooked tomato, like if it's like the tomatoes they put in like what is it? Like if you have tomatoes
Mike's a weird eater.
On pizza. Like not tomatoes, but like on Chicago deep dish, they got the tomato sauce. I'll eat it. I'll eat spaghetti all day long. Any kind of tomato sauce, I love it. But just a plain tomato, I cannot do it.
JT, yeah, I would eat it, but I wouldn't order it again. Like if Mike bought it for me and he was like, "Here, do you want this sandwich?" I'd be like, "Yeah, heck yeah." But I wouldn't order it if I went.
The Chick-fil-A one?
Yeah. He was laughing at me. Yeah, I think it's weird. Mike don't eat tomatoes. Mike won't eat lettuce. Like
I don't like lettuce.
If there's lettuce anywhere near anything, Mike ain't gonna touch it. Mike, you eat like an 8-year-old, sort of.
I do, but I don't. Like my palate's pretty refreshed and refined, baby. I like the finer things, and I just don't think lettuce and tomatoes a finer thing in life. Like I would rather steak and cheese.
Is that poverty food?
Like it's not poverty food, but it's like, and I don't want to say healthy food either because I like grilled chicken over like fried chicken. So see, that's a health thing.
It just depends. It depends.
Well, not real fried chicken, but you know what I mean. Like
I will say
strips.
This: the best sandwich at Chick-fil-A, in my opinion, is the grilled chicken club.
Yeah,
the grilled chicken with the bacon.
Dude.
It's the best sandwich there. Get a little bit of the honey roasted barbecue sauce and put on that bad boy with lettuce and tomatoes. Mike, you can do it without. But you know, as much as I like lettuce and I eat it on everything, it doesn't bother me. I'm with JT. I don't want lettuce on my tacos. I don't like lettuce on tacos. I don't know why.
That's maybe where it ruined me. Like I never really liked lettuce growing up, but like even when the first time I tried it once I got past high school, because you know, like they say to try foods over and over again because your palate changes through life. So the last time I tried it was on a taco. Absolutely hated it. I think that's what did it for me, and then from then on, I'm just never.
Grilled chicken. Okay, so JT says grilled chicken's better than fried chicken unless it's homemade. I don't know. Are there Lee's chicken where you guys are at?
Yeah, but that's not the fried chicken I'm talking about.
I would eat Lee's chicken.
I'm talking like, for example,
chicken. Or maybe even Popeyes. Like
for example, the Zaxby's, the new chicken sandwich I just tried today, and I love it. The chicken Philly. They've got like a fried chicken option.
Like with sandwiches, I feel like I'd rather have grilled because like if you're eating a sandwich, you already have bread there. I don't want the chicken breaded too.
Right, but fried chicken's fine. Like KFC, I'm down with that.
What's your favorite fried chicken? Do you like KFC? Do you like what about Stroud? Have you guys in KC been to Stroud's?
Yeah, we went to Stroud's and it was delicious.
Yeah, but I mean like
Stroud's
fast food chicken place. It's hard for me to
I do want to say this, and I hope I don't offend nobody from Kansas City, but it was good chicken. Don't get me wrong, it was good. But everybody talked up Stroud's like it was God's gift to fried chicken.
Well, it was just Southern food, right?
Right. And when we went there, it was literally Southern food. I'm like, we're from Kentucky. Like, this is kind of an everyday thing.
There's some restaurants around here that would put that one to shame.
Right. But people loved it. And it was a good restaurant.
But it was still really good. It's really
K. Wayne says Minsky's. Dude, I'm a big fan of Minsky's.
I'm a fan of Minsky's too.
But a lot of people in KC's like, we don't like Minsky's.
I wouldn't put Minsky's in a conversation with like the best pizza I ever had, but I mean it's different. It's its own thing. It's good.
Oh no, like if I go to KC though, I get a little bummed if I don't have a Minsky's when I'm there. We didn't have it last time.
Chief KT said Church's kills all. I don't know. A lot of people will have that, but I swear I'm a Lee's guy. I think Lee's is better than Church's. Lee's spicy chicken and Popeye's spicy chicken too, though. Is up there, but
Kathy says, "How about fried onions, dude? I love onions. I love onion rings. I like grilled onions. I'll even do raw onions like at McDonald's, but I don't like the thick slivers. I like the little chopped up ones because again, it's texture for me. Sometimes textures just kill me.
Yeah. Hey, Brenda, I see that Stroud's. That's their whole shtick. Is it's pan fried. But if you're in Kentucky, like obviously the restaurants deep fry their stuff.
Yeah.
But like around here, your fried chicken's pan fried. Yeah.
Pan
you get
fried.
Cast iron skillets and.
Yeah, she would do her cornbread like that. She would do her chicken like that. Remember Grandma? Rest in peace, Grandma. She was the best grandma.
Yeah, she was
by the way,
awesome cook, bro.
Dude, I still think she would make homemade apple pies, Steve. Do you remember those?
Dude, she made homemade everything, and it was all
I think
good.
about that every day, about how I just want one of Grandma's homemade apple pies. But these aren't apple pies like you're thinking of an apple pie. These are literally like, they look like pancakes with like apple filling in them or something.
Dude, I know what you're talking about. Dude, now I want one.
And they're so good.
She made
and they
the little
were just
mini apple
different.
pies.
Yeah, they were mini, and they wasn't like apple pie. Like she just called them.
At first, I was thinking about apple pie, but when
No,
you
they were
started
just so
describing
good,
it, I
dude.
do remember that, and they were freaking amazing. I'm gonna see if Dad still has that recipe.
Dad claims he can do it, but he's never done it. So I
Pops,
think he's either
better get it
lying
together. He's lying,
or he just don't want to do it.
Pops is lying. He can't
Pops,
do
get it together. I know you're not making Grandma's apple pies, bro. Come off it. Grandma was one of a kind. By the way.
She was wild.
You remember when Grandma got her head ran over by a tractor? Like our grandmother.
That was her favorite story to tell,
Right.
by the way.
She was on the back of a tractor because on a farm. She falls off the tractor. Her dad doesn't know, backs up the tractor, runs her head over, basically. They put tobacco on it. And that for like 3 weeks.
That's not part of the story.
She claims that they
Mike,
put
you made that
tobacco
part
and
up.
the tobacco, like the tobacco leaves and stuff. She claimed like kept it from getting infected.
I've never ever in my life.
That's
heard
the
that
story
part of
she
the
told
story.
me.
Mike made that part of the story up, guys.
No, Grandma told me that a bunch of times, dude.
I've never heard that part.
I mean, obviously this tractor
that's
didn't
some
run
wild
over her full
stuff.
head because you'd have died.
Grandma's making up stories.
I feel like it just nicked her a little bit. Maybe it pulled her hair.
Hey, KCDC with the freaking Tim bomb says Podunk, Kentucky gas station, roasted chicken, baby. Can't
Roasted.
touch it. Well, I'll tell you what.
I've
you
heard
ever
of roasted chicken.
You ever heard of Dodge's chicken, KCDC? Like in the mall draw area?
Yeah, it's pretty decent.
They got some chicken, bro.
They got some fire biscuits and gravy, bro.
A lot of people in Louisville like Indies. But
Indies is not bad. It's
a
not
lot
bad.
a lot of the people that like Indies say that Dodge's is as good or better. And it's just gas station. So yeah. Feel you on that one, KCDC. Appreciate the Tim, brother.
Yeah, appreciate you, KC. That's awesome. Optimistic James said Godfather's used to be it. Dude, I love Godfather's pizza.
Still has amazing pizza.
Still got good pizza.
Yeah, they do.
Look at us on here just talking about food. Like we forgot
We're
about
fat.
this crappy game.
We're fat, bro.
And somehow the watchers have ticked up. Everybody's like, man, this channel's not actually showing the game. I love it.
Brian Parrott says Mike likes Hot Pockets.
I do. You know,
He likes
what's your favorite
Lunchables.
Hot Top? No, I do not like Lunchables. What's
Pocket?
my favorite Hot Pocket?
You know the one I can't stand?
Which one?
Ham and cheese Hot Pocket's disgusting.
That's not that bad.
It's got
The
like a
steak
fake
and cheese ones are
taste.
good.
Yeah, the steak and cheese is okay. But like I don't know, man. It's almost like you just warm up some cheese whiz with some. It's like you're eating a Philly cheesesteak from Philly. Don't mean to offend any Philly people, but good grief, Cheese Whiz doesn't deserve to be on a steak sandwich.
Has anybody tried the strawberry biscuits from what's that one? Popeyes. Love that chicken from Popeyes.
Dude,
They got the
Popeyes.
strawberry biscuit. I want
Here's
to try
here's the
that.
thing with Popeyes, and I think people can vouch for this.
The service sucks.
Popeyes is so good, but you have to find the right Popeyes because they hire the worst freaking people to
Yes.
work there. Like managers at Popeyes give no F's about anything. Like their employees suck. They act like you don't exist half the time. If you go through the drive-thru, you're waiting for at least a day and a half to get your food. And then it feels like it was cooked a day and a half ago. Like you have to find the right Popeyes to go to. And when you find the good Popeyes, when Popeyes is good,
Fire chicken.
It's like up top, like up there at the top. But if you get the wrong Popeyes, it's just an experience that makes you look at Popeyes differently. Like you get a little mad at it and you're like, you know what? I'm never going here again. But then you do because you want, the deliciousness, and then you get let down again unless you find that one good Popeyes. And that's my rant about Popeyes.
Kathy asked for the score. It's 17-6. Giants have the ball.
Little swing pass out to who is it?
They're going to be out probably around their own 35 or something. So that's like
I would like to see a touchdown
7
here.
football fields for the Giants.
I would like to see them
offense.
get a touchdown here, and it would be a very interesting game at that point. Like if they could take about 7 minutes off this clock and score a touchdown, it would be an interesting game.
Brian Parrott says eggs on a cheeseburger.
Yeah.
The fried
Royale
egg,
with
man.
cheese, baby.
The runny egg.
The Royale with cheese.
It's not too bad, actually.
Yeah, I love it. That's something I can do, Brian Parrott.
ACDC says
Right up
hit
my
and
alley.
miss. The one in Shepherdsville is on.
Is it?
The Popeyes? Is that what we're talking about?
Yeah, okay. I need to know because
Popeyes
around
does have
here,
one in Shepherdsville.
Popeyes stinks close to my house.
ACDC, you know what? Speaking of Shepherdsville, I passed by on the interstate, and I noticed they have a Mexican restaurant there, Steve, that used to be in Elizabethtown that's not there anymore. And me and Slugger used to drive up there and eat it all the
El
time.
Rodeo?
No. Even more dank. Daniel's Little Mexico.
Whoa, they have one in Shepherdsville?
They have one, and I'm about to drive over to Shepherdsville
Check
to eat
it
there
out.
one day.
Little nostalgia.
Yeah, you're gonna have to come one day because you remember we used to go with Slugger up there and
Yeah.
eat like every now and then, and it looked like a cafeteria.
Daniel Jones stinks.
He's Daniel's Little Mexico. He
Yeah,
sucks.
he stinks at football.
He
I
looks
can't
like
believe
he looks like a dumb version of Eli Manning somehow. Sometimes,
Maybe that's why they signed
like
him.
his face. Look at his dumb.
Maybe
face.
the owner got really drunk and he thought Daniel Jones was Eli Manning for a
He's
second.
like, "Is this the Eli?" He's like, "His name's Daniel, though. I'll take him." Brian Dayball just looks like a chicken nugget walking around on the sideline too. Like this
he
team
looks
is
like
in
a
shambles
Humpty
right
Dumpty
now.
over there.
If they don't convert this 3rd and 7, this game is over. Because I think San Francisco went back and they will make adjustments on that Giants defense, and this game's over. There's a hold right there, bigger than crap. They didn't even call.
Terrible.
Daniel
throw.
Jones does that.
Get
Was
him
the,
out of here.
this dude makes $80 million a year to do that.
Oh, this
crap.
game's getting ready to get blown wide open, guys.
Yeah,
I
it
bet they
is.
score here, and then it's
San
no looking
Francisco
back.
will definitely come out and figure out what they were doing in the
That
first half.
terrible
and
drive right
exploit
there
it.
could be the death knell for the
Yeah.
Giants tonight.
They'll come out this half and run. They'll run them to death.
Yeah, McCaffrey's
Look, that was a
gonna
hold
kill 'em.
bigger than crap. They didn't even call it, so they survived that one.
KCDC says that Chiefs will quietly pass the Niners in defense this year. I think it's possible.
That could be.
I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility. Will people admit it? No. National media, nobody. They will
Well,
admit
dude,
that. But
when we were looking up, because we had our little PFF party today, we were looking up stuff, and like when I was saying stuff like this, like the other day, people didn't get it, but I was saying the Chiefs defense looks good, but all of our players are not playing well at their positions. And then PFF today, when you look them up, they were having certain players would have really bad tackling grades, some players really bad coverage grades, and we basically just come to the conclusion that if all of them get their PFF scores up to what they were last year, this defense is going to be like the most elite defense ever, because they're all playing worse than they were last year at this time.
they're so good. Like, like if they start out this good and they keep improving the way they normally do, I'm excited, bro. I see where somebody said something about all you can eat Mexican food, and that intrigued me. But like I love Mexican food, but I don't even know if that really intrigues me that much to have all you can eat Mexican food, because normally like the portions you get at a restaurant
Gary.
are a lot.
Gary says this. Have you ever seen Mexican food all you can eat? Actually, Steve, there's one right up the road from me. Well, there's one called El Rodeo, and they do a Mexican lunch buffet. But it's like you said, literally everything on the Mexican menu is kind of the same thing.
Well, it's not even that, but they give you such big portions. Like I feel like you don't need the all you can eat, because normally I'm like stuffed by the time
Right.
we're done,
That's
you
true.
know?
But yeah, like you'll notice that like they'll put out the tortilla shells and whatever, and then they've just got like a little bit of chicken fajitas, some beef, some beans, some rice, and that's literally everything. You can make everything on the menu with that. So they're like, "Oh, you want what's that stuff called? Taquito?" And I was like, "Yeah." And they were like, "Get the chicken and put it on your soft shell and roll it really tight." And I was like, "Shut up." He said, "I'll deep fry it for you." I was like, "No, bro, quit."
Stop.
Have you seen the off subject, by the way, but have you seen the Theo Von podcast with him and Bobby Lee recently, where they try to like be Mexican?
No.
So they're both just
Because people think Bobby
they're
Lee's
trying
Mexican
to fit
all
into
the time,
Mexican
right?
culture. Yeah, so they're just both like doing like accents and stuff. And Bobby Lee's like, "We'd be so good at this."
What is he? He's Korean, right?
Yeah, he's Korean, but
Everyone thinks he's Mexican. Yeah.
yeah. And then Theo just thinks every Korean is Chinese, and Bobby Lee was getting so mad at him.
They're so funny. If y'all haven't ever
Dude.
watched those two,
They are amazing. That is such a good podcast.
it's good stuff. It's definitely it's on the dumb side sometimes.
It's on the
But
dumb
it's
side.
so funny.
It's on the vulgar side. You're gonna see a lot of where me and Steve get our humor from. Like we just grew up watching Adam Sandler, and just like now it's Theo Von. Like sometimes I think we rub people the wrong way because we're just kind of vulgar and we just don't say dumb things like PP on the PP podcast for that. I mean, we grew up watching DX. Suck it. I don't know what to tell you.
Brian Parrott says alleged Kentucky biscuits and gravy. What's alleged about it? Don't you be talking about biscuits and gravy. That's my jam. You know who surprisingly has some very underrated biscuits and gravy, Mike?
Who?
Dairy Queen. Their biscuits and gravy
no.
are freaking good.
Yeah, because people even like the chicken
It's
strip
so
basket because
weird.
you get the gravy with it.
Well, that's what I do.
Look
When
at
I
this.
go,
When the 49ers drive this ball 95 yards,
they
dude,
probably will too.
what's
No,
going to
but
happen?
I'll go to Dairy Queen to get breakfast, bro, and I'll just get the biscuits and gravy, but then you can get a side of chicken strips, and it's awesome.
That makes sense.
Like that's the best breakfast, bro.
Could you
If
get
you're
a
fast
grilled
food.
chicken?
I'm
Dude,
not worried about that.
Waffle Mod's not here. Lego?
Lego.
But I'm telling you,
Don't tell him since he's not here. Huddle House is way better than Waffle House. Don't tell him I said that.
dude, I love Waffle House grilled chicken. He tells me it's really cheap and it just comes in a bag, which they fumbled.
Uh
blew
oh. Could it be interesting?
No.
They
They got it back,
recovered?
but they're probably
No.
not going to be able to convert the third down now because now their crappy offense is in a long third down.
Lame. Man.
Rerun said, "Who's the best team in the AFC East?" Well, the Jets, I think, are out of it.
I think right now you have to say Miami, but
Yeah, I think so.
I guess that's probably the answer. Like by the end of the year, who do you think it is? Buffalo again?
Miami
or do you
or
think
Buffalo.
Miami?
I think Miami's got enough to beat them
Miami
this year.
finally take them over this year?
I'm still a fan of Mike McDaniels. I like him.
Yeah.
He's stupid, but he's funny.
He's a Shanarat descendant, but I still like the guy.
No, like I like him. He's cool. I don't. He just makes me laugh. I don't know. Something about Mike McDaniel's hilarious.
He's a dork, and he's just funny. Like
Yeah,
I don't
he's
know.
just ridiculous.
I like people that don't take themselves too seriously. And
Did
he
Trent
don't
Williams
tend to.
really just stand there and let everybody run right by him? No doubt PFF will have him graded 99 this week because they always do.
Best left tackle in the league, baby.
They
Saw
didn't
somebody
convert that, so they're
I
punting
see,
out the end zone.
Kathy Welch talking about Culver's. Makes a good burger, but I think I like Freddy's steak burgers better. I think, but Culver's got a bad A burger, Mike.
Enrique, he said, "How many videos did you put out today?" We had a short that released at about 10 a.m. We had our podcast, our
little
quick
mini
hitter.
pod.
It went out at about noon. Actually, I released it at 11 a.m. I released at noon our time here, so it came out at 11 a.m. in KC. It was only about 10 minutes, 12 minutes. And then I went live today doing some PFF stuff just because I was bored. And then we're doing this one. So, yeah, we've done a lot of content today. We always talk about that, Steve. We're like, my God, we stay so busy. And then today we done 2 extra pieces of content that we didn't even plan just because.
Well, it's funny because
We can't quit.
we're always so busy. Like it's like we never stop. Like I never have time to just relax, right? I feel like I'm always doing something. But then when I get the opportunity, I'm like, hey, I can jump on and watch this game with everybody.
Right.
You know
Like,
what I mean? Like
we totally just
like,
could have chilled because
I got a minute.
this is an NFC game, so it has no bearing on us.
Right. So I was like, well, I can just, watch the game with everybody and talk and have a good time. It's funny. That's how my brain works. But like, maybe I should have just kicked my feet up and relaxed, but that's just not how I am. Yeah, Terry, 100%. Mexican food is the best food.
Mexican's the best.
It is. It just is. I don't care what anybody else says. If you say differently, you're wrong.
I like Mexican food.
Optimistic James says he likes Indian curry food. I've never really dug into Indian food a whole lot. And there's a couple of restaurants around here I've really been wanting to try. So might have to do that, James. Can I call you OJ for Optimistic James? Yeah. I want to go ahead and try. I'm going to have to give it a shot. I got to jump in and see how it goes.
What is it?
Indian food. I mean, we love spicy food.
Yeah,
So-
I've been wanting to try Indian food for a while, but that's one I've never tried before. Isn't it weird?
Yeah.
I mean, it's obviously Kentucky, too. How many Indian food places do we probably have?
There's quite a bit, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
There's
There's a
that
really
one
good Thai
called
restaurant.
To Be
Up the road.
Thai or something like that?
Yeah,
Is that
Thai.
the name
Yeah,
of it?
it's awesome.
I wanted to eat there once.
Yeah, it's good.
Man, I'm having a rough evening here. Can't get stuff to work. It's making me mad. Flapjack says sushi's good. I can't get into
I
sushi
like
too much. Steve likes it, but I tell you what I don't like. I don't like the seaweed wrap.
I don't like seaweed wrap either, Mike.
can't do
I'm
it,
right there with
dude.
you, but I still love sushi.
Okay.
I'll
At least
eat
I'm
it.
not-
The seaweed wrap, obviously, it's just part of it, and I can deal with it. But I'm not a huge fan of that flavor, no.
Why is Nightbot talking trash? Oh, he responds now. Check it. Somebody wrote Broncos. Chiefer wrote Broncos, and Nightbot said Broncos country, let's cry.
Yes.
And then he did Chiefs, and it said 3-time world champions. Put some respect on the red and gold. Beep. Nightbot's getting nasty. Wait, hashtag somebody did Bengals. No, Binky. It says, here, kitty, kitty, kitty. Bengals need a binky, need a diaper change. It's nappy time.
Nightbot's wild.
Nightbot's saucy tonight.
I like
Who's
it.
that for?
I like it, Nightbot. Gary Holland says breakfast is his favorite meal of the day. I like breakfast food. Like if y'all remember, since I've been eating dinner with you guys every night, I actually had that for dinner the other night. I wanted
have.
breakfast.
Don't run, cracking me. Seaweed wrap doesn't even sound good.
It doesn't, does it? Like, what sounds appealing
No.
about that?
Who wants to just eat weed from the sea, bro?
Well, like seafood though. Like I love seafood. I'm a seafood connoisseur.
How
Like,
many
that's-
people? How many people that are like this generation is kind of dumb? Not to offend people, but this new generation's kind of
They're a little
Just-
stupid, you
just
know.
dumb. But do you think they
Not
try
that
to smoke
smart.
seaweed, thinking it was like marijuana from the sea?
Yeah.
They're like, bro, chop it
They
up
call
really.
pass interference on that? I don't know about it. We'll see.
They're doing everything they can so there's a
To make it a
game and they
game?
won't turn it off. Yeah,
Gotta
because
make
they
it a
don't want
game,
this
baby.
blowout, man. Wait, what is going on? Why is Nightbot responding to everything? Somebody did Who Day. Chiefer does Who Day, and it says Who Day, they the ones with no rings, binky time.
I've noticed Nightbot's been wilding out today.
He has. He's going nuts. I like it, though. Good job, Nightbot. You're the man.
Brian Parrott, what's snot burger gravy?
That sounds horrible.
Yeah, it does. I don't know what that means.
That does not sound good.
Gary Holland says biscuits and gravy, easy, over easy eggs and fried potato.
The
Yeah.
Giants scored. They let the Giants back in it.
Yep. You know what I would do with that, Gary Holland? I'd pile it all in one big giant pile and put a bunch of hot sauce on top of it and eat it like that. Because I'm fat, and that sounds delicious. Nightbot, he's an AI, and it like, have you guys ever seen Minority Report or
He's gonna take over.
iRobot? Like, eventually, Nightbot's gonna like do some bad things. Probably, he's getting a mind of his own. He's getting a little testy. He's
Can
getting
you see? Like, is there a
little
way to
more
see what
risque.
Nightbot actually says? Like, what his commands are?
What do you think Nightbot looks like?
I don't know. Nick Bosa with a sack?
Imagine that.
Look, they did their best to get the Giants in this.
I wish that, yeah, well, 17-12. They're just kicking they're having a field goal contest. Do you remember the game we went to, the Chiefs versus the Bengals? Oh, who dares? And we were there at a Paul Brown Stadium, and it was miserable. It was like 89 degrees that day, and we were right in the sun. I hated life. And you know what we got to watch, guys? We got to watch Harrison Butker. No, it wasn't Harrison Butker. It was Cairo Santos kick
No.
7
I don't know how many it was. It sucked.
7 or 8 field goals. That was a game. Man, it might have been 9. I think it was 27 points. He kicked 9 field goals. We watched Cairo Santos kick 9 field goals and then lose.
Was it really 9?
Yeah, I'm almost positive. I'm about to go look it up.
That's 27 points.
It's got to be like a record or something.
That's
Hold on.
27 points of field goals, bro. 27 points from field goals.
I swear.
I'm not buying that one.
Dude, I swear it was the worst game I've ever been to, and I sit there and sweat. It was brutal.
What? Nightbot is on one. Cheever did exclamation mark Raiders, and Nightbot wrote, did they get extra computer time from their prison cells today?
What is happening?
Why has Nightbot lost his little mind?
Nightbot's wilding out.
Don't run. Ask him Nightbot if he could get his number. I don't think you want it, man. Nightbot feels kind of...
You don't want Nightbot to get any information on you. He might show up at your house, bro.
Right. Don't put my name, Gary. Please, Nightbot might curse me. Man, you know what I was thinking about? Brian Parrott talked about pancakes. Look.
What? Hey,
Wait.
Cracker Barrel has the best pancakes, bro.
Chiefer says Chargers. Nightbot says, if you wear powder blue on purpose, I bet your wife has a boyfriend.
Oh, come
This
on,
guy
bro.
is wilding out, dude.
Nightbot's talking about me. Look at my shirt.
That's not powder blue.
I know. I'm just playing.
Anyways, Brian said pancakes the size of your head with texture. But listen to this. Steve, you've never been to Gatlinburg, which you need to go this year, man. Let's go for Christmas and have a vacation.
Christmas.
By the way, there's a place there, and they have pancakes, and they pan fry them. And I swear, dude, they're like this big, and they're like this thick, and they're awesome. And that's what I want. That's what I thought about.
They're so awesome you had to whisper it.
Awesome. I'm
Why
gonna
can't I find this game I'm talking about, bro?
Has anybody in the chat ever been to Gatlinburg, by the way? I mean, it's a pretty big thing, but I would feel like people in you guys would probably go to Branson because that's close to you guys, right?
Isn't that the equivalent of
yeah, pretty
Pigeon Forge or
close.
something? I'm struggling to find the game I'm talking about.
What is it?
The Bengals and the Chiefs. I was trying to see how many field goals he actually kicked that game because I remember it was a stupid amount. And I'm struggling to find the game. Do you remember about what year it was? I think Jamal Charles was still playing. I don't think was Alex Smith there yet? I think he was. I think it was Andy Reid.
Steve, look at this. This is why I want you to go with me. You see that breakfast at Crockett's?
I'm not looking at it. Hold on.
I'm going to try to zoom it in for you. Here it is. Let me find it right there. Do you see that?
Let me come back. Oh, yeah, I do see that.
Look at those pancakes. Do you see how thick and good those are?
That's ridiculous, bro.
Dude, it is one of the best restaurants I've ever ate in my life. And that's like what they're known for. Because if you look up in the top, you see a regular pancake. But it's this one. Dude, you eat one of those and you can't walk. And what is this? I see beans and rice. They have a Mexican breakfast.
That's strange. Is that a quesadilla?
That's a breakfast quesadilla with beans and rice. Dude, I want to go back here. I'm going.
Just to eat a pancake.
That's all there is to it, man. I'm going to drive the 7 hours to Gatlinburg.
The sign of a true fat kid.
Yeah. Straight up. We put it back on the game, even though this game is boring. It's actually picking up a little bit.
Yeah. You know,
remember, they all start picking up in the second half a little bit.
Well, that's fine. I just want it to be a game because I thought San Francisco was going to blow out the Giants. But there's so much parity in the NFL. You never really know. That's why the Chiefs can't take the Bears lightly, even though they should wreck them this coming week. Because you just never really know.
Chief Kelsey, yeah, you're right. Trent Williams did throw a punch. Like, he should have got ejected. That just shows you. You think if Jawan Taylor would have threw a punch last week, they'd have just let him go? No way.
Okay, here's the game. I found it. I was wrong. I overshot it a little bit.
Kittle's head is weird looking in that moment.
Okay, so October 4th of what year was this?
It was a few years ago, I think. It wasn't super long ago, was it?
October 4th of 2018.
Right. Okay, so about 6 years
in
ago.
In a 36-21 loss to the Bengals, Cairo Santos kicked a team record 7 field goals, including 2 over 50 yards. His 7 field goals tied him with 5 players for the second most of all time in a single game. So that's the game we got to go to. It was October, but it was 90 degrees outside. The sun was beaming on us, and we watched Cairo Santos have field goal practice and lost. And then we had to hear all the little kids yelling "Who Dey" at us, and just bad day.
What is going on with Nightbot? Chiefer said Vikings, and Nightbot said Kirk Cousins' wife is kind of hot, to be honest.
Nightbot said that?
Yeah. And then hold up. Chiefer's out here just exploring Nightbot. And then he said, exclamation mark, Eagles, and Nightbot said, cry, Eagles, cry, Georgia Bulldogs North.
Dude, Nightbot got all horned up about Kirk Cousins' wife.
He did. Maybe his wife programmed Nightbot. Is she hot? What's his wife look like?
No, I feel like they were like they're like the little like I don't know how to describe those two. Like they're like the like a sitcom family or something. Like if you were to watch a sitcom or a movie even and they were trying to find like the most basic like suburb couple family, whatever. It would be those two.
That's what I get from it too.
Like,
because I've watched a few.
Nightbot's got to watch himself. He's getting a little wild. He give the lotto numbers away.
I mean,
what if Nightbot actually got the lottery numbers?
She's better looking than Kirk Cousins.
Compare her to Drew Tranquill's wife and see what you think.
I'm not doing that. You know who she reminds me of? Kirk Cousins' wife reminds me of an actress.
That's what I'm saying. Like she would be like the typical suburb mom, like the suburban mom.
Here, look, I'm going to bring this picture up, and then you tell me if this is not who it reminds you of. Hold up, let me bring her up here. Share this tab.
What's everybody saying Taylor Swift?
Do you see her?
Yeah.
That's his wife. Okay. Now, let's see.
I think it's funny that she dresses him and stuff, bro. Did you remember that?
Look at Kirk Cousins.
Do you remember that from that quarterback series, though? Like she'd be picking him out some kind of plaid shirt to wear or something.
She reminds me of... Who is it I'm trying to think of? Let me think of it. It might take me a few seconds. And then when I bring it up, it's probably going to be completely wrong, too. But in my head, I'm just seeing somebody. I don't know if I'm seeing the right person. Let me see if I can find her. I forget her name. I hear people screaming everywhere.
I heard that from your end. My end's cracking me up because right above where I'm at is my 2-year-old son's room, and he's jumping on his bed, and he's been jumping nonstop for like the last 10 minutes.
Dude,
It
he's
sounds
wild.
like
He'll jump
it sounds
forever.
like it's giving me like flashbacks to when I lived in my first apartment and I had to listen to the upstairs neighbors hump all the time.
What?
Yeah, they were like rabbits, bro, and it was constant. It was
what
like
are we talking about?
that's what it's like. I'm having PTSD right now. It's like, Dom, quit jumping on the bed, bro, because that's what it reminds me of.
Wait a second. I think I might have found her. But I'm telling you, I'm
What
gonna
about getting a
bring
broom and like hitting the ceiling? Like,
I'm
shut
gonna
up.
bring her up, and then we're all gonna be like, "Yeah, she don't look nothing like it," because in my head I felt like she looked like her, and then now that I'm seeing her, she don't. I mean,
Pass interference.
I kind of see it, but it's not perfect. I still don't know if this is the right person I'm thinking of.
Well, so San Francisco's getting ready to score a touchdown, so I bet this might be where the game becomes not competitive anymore. They'll get back up by 2 scores, and then if the Giants don't respond, it's over.
Okay, you ready? I'm gonna flip the tab to the girl that I thought she might kind of resemble. 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, a little bit. I can see it.
Here, I kind of flip. I can't really flip back and forth. There's this one.
I can see it, man. You're not that far off.
Okay.
Why are they calling illegal contact on Kayvon Thibodeau? What happened? Dayball's losing his mind. Humpty Dumpty is about to lose it.
He's about to have a great fall.
He's
Wait, what's going on? Let's see it. They called a hold right there on that one.
Oh, that was a terrible call.
Yeah, I mean he touches him.
That was awful.
It's not a penalty. I don't.
That was
think.
awful. Come on.
They're making up for it.
That was bad. Dayball's going to get on his Harley and ride out of there. He's not having it. And now they can't stop Christian McCaffrey. Man, that was a brutal call. I don't blame him. Might have been mad too.
He's so angry. What's happening?
He's still just jumping on the bed. Like, what is going on? He's wired, bro.
He's always wired.
I hope he didn't get a hold of my coffee. I went by Starbucks on the way home, and I got a. They have the fall line out, so I just grabbed 2, and I was like, I'm gonna try these out. I got a pumpkin cold brew. Pumpkin.
Yeah, that's
I don't know.
standard.
It was awesome, by the way. And then there was another one that was apple crisp blonde.
Oh, the blonde espresso's like the jam.
They were both really good. But I left them laying around upstairs. Hopefully he didn't get his hands on them because he's going to town, bro.
He just
Got 3. He just 2-year-old little man just
he got
took
wired up.
300 milligrams of caffeine straight to the dome, and he's just jumping on the bed nonstop.
He's
Bro.
gonna have a good evening.
Yeah, I've noticed that, JT. These refs are a little flag happy this game.
Ray said Tranquil's wife's hotter. Nice to know where you stand, Ray.
It's pretty bad when the game's so boring. You're like, what do the players' wives look like? Dude, what is happening?
No, they've not thrown anything on Trent Williams, Gary. On either teams, none of their linemen have got called for a lineman or false start or anything. I wouldn't be surprised if this week they won't flag Taylor. I feel like they just wanted to do it this week just to try to make a point, just to shut people up.
Yeah, I feel like that was a complete nonsense, the way they targeted him. Thought it was dumb. Like, I get it. If it's an actual penalty, throw it by all means, but you need to be, like, fair across the board. Like, call them all or don't call it. You can't just pick out one guy and be like, hey, let's call him on this guy. Because people were crying. There's Mahomes in his pink jersey again. What?
Mahomes' pink jersey.
Yeah, he's in a T-Mobile.
Did you know I still haven't finished the Netflix series, by the way, Quarterbacks?
Are you serious? You still haven't watched all that?
I was watching it today.
Brother, what are you doing?
I'm on like episode 5 today. I'm on the one where Mahomes just finished up the bad game against the Rams, and like they go home, and Brittany's scheduled to go like give, I guess like she's gonna be induced for bronze.
Yeah.
So I'm on that one, but like they have to take Sterling to bed and stuff, and Mahomes is just cracking up because Sterling's being crazy. And then he's reading her a book. The little book he's reading her, like I want to get one. It was like, A is for Arrowhead, the best stadium in the world. And it was like, D is for defense.
You know what's
I
crazy?
wanted it.
So
I
this
didn't
is
know what it
something.
was.
This is something that I'd considered doing before. Is I wanted to write like a children's book, but Kansas City Chiefs themed. I've really thought about doing that. Also, another book I was thinking about writing too. But yeah, I thought about doing that. Thought it'd be cool. You have to be careful how you do those things though. Like if you base the characters off of Kansas City Chief players, you got to watch for the likeness thing, right? Because you can get sued.
Can you though? Like how much likeness? Like you probably couldn't call him like Patrick Mahomes or something like that, right?
No, but I wonder if you can use their nicknames or something. Like I doubt it. I feel like they're like if they can get any kind of likeness to it, I think you'd probably get hit. I don't know. Yeah, probably.
Mahomes is somewhat of he's a minority owner of Sporting KC, and Brittany is a minority owner of. She might actually. I don't know how much she owns, but she owns a lot of the KC Current. Did you know Brittany Mahomes? By the way, Brittany Mahomes played college soccer.
Yeah,
and she played professionally in Europe.
I'd read that before. Yeah,
I didn't know she played professionally in Europe. So, I mean, if they would have let her keep going, she may have been way bigger worldwide than Mahomes.
So they just got a field goal out of that drive, brother. They just got a field goal. Speaking of soccer, I just got to tell this story real quick.
Soccer's kind of boring.
My 7-year-old girl, Zoe, she likes to play soccer, or did, or I don't know, somewhat interest there.
She liked it?
She did, but didn't. I don't know. She didn't want to play again.
She told me she hated it.
Either way, she'll randomly talk about soccer, and she was trying to tell me a story about Ronaldo.
Yeah,
and
Cristiano Ronaldo.
Wait, Mike, you know what? You know what she called him?
Was it close?
Ronaldo McDonald, and I lost it, brother. Like that was the best thing I've ever heard in my life.
Ronald McDonald.
Did you just call Cristiano Ronaldo, Ronald McDonald, Ronaldo McDonald? Like, dude, I was so happy. And then when I called it out, she's like, "I didn't say that." And now she gets mad about it. Like, I'll be like, "Hey, she called Ronaldo Ronald McDonald." And she'll be like, "I did not. You said that." Like, she gets so mad when you bring it up. Next time you're over, brother, I'm gonna do it. Watch her get mad.
She did it.
Yeah, no, she totally did it.
Shut up. Ronaldo McDonald.
Yeah. It's freaking great. Bro.
Go wake her up. I want to.
Let me get Zoe on here. Ask her about Ronaldo
She won't.
McDonald.
She's so shy she won't even start to talk to me. Ronaldo McDonald. I can't. False start number 82. 5-yard penalty. Repeat first down. No, what down are they on? Second and 13. I cannot believe San Francisco has just let them back in. Heck of a script the NFL's writing here. I mean, how does this team even stay close?
Yeah, I saw where somebody said, did Bezos pay off the 49ers to keep this game close?
Yeah. I mean, you could be in the boat that the 49ers might be a little bit overrated, but if it is, I think it's the offense side of the ball. Like, if you shut down the run on them, I don't think Purdy's beating you. I just really don't.
He's pretty good, though. I'm sorry. I'll stop.
Gosh, this game's horrible. Boy, they're really crowding the line. They're sending everybody. Daniel Jones, he just cannot read blitz. He can't do it. Everybody was coming. Like, what is he doing? Hot route out of that.
Yeah, he's not there. He's not very good at football.
Didn't he go to Duke? I mean, come on. He went to Duke. Like, they're not known for football. Yeah, well, did he play with Noah Gray?
I don't know. That's a good question.
He'd have had to, right?
It's a good question.
Yeah, Don't Run. JT, I don't know why I called you Don't Run. Yeah, JT, it's on Amazon Prime, man. He's like, I've been watching on a streaming site. Well, that sucks.
That's awesome. Having still the screen for a second.
Another horrible throw. Good
Man,
night.
He's just not good.
Yeah, he stinks.
Who's yelling at your house, bro? You have a ghost?
Yeah, man, I told you they knocked over my Duff can. I heard them squeaking yesterday. Do you hear it? Like, there's nobody here. It sounds like little kids laughing.
Hey, look, Mike. I got the little Ronaldo McDonald right here in her soccer uniform, bro.
That's her.
Right in the middle. Zoe called
Zozo.
Ronaldo McDonald.
Ronaldo McDonald.
And then there's Dom, who's up there still jumping, by the way, on the right.
Of
the
course
little guy.
he is. He is wired.
I don't know how he's still going, bro.
He goes forever. He's the Energizer, baby.
It's still going. I'm not even joking. It's been non-stop since I mentioned it. Like, I wish I had like a quarter of his energy.
I just want to know why all these kids look so sweet and innocent, and they're all hellions. Dom's not the worst hellion in the world. He just likes to eat. Like, that boy can smash some pizza.
Look,
He's me, basically.
Mike, we all know which one is the meanest one of this
Look
group.
at her. Just look at her.
Anyone, take a guess in the chat. Which one of these three is the evil child? I'll give you one guess.
You got one good guess. Brenda said she can hear kids laughing. Me too.
I keep hearing it too, and it's not.
It's
like
like
I don't
my
hear
house is
that.
haunted.
I hear the jumping.
My
Hey,
house is
JT,
haunted
see,
by
look, JT without hesitation knew
Yeah,
who the possessed child was.
you're right.
Yeah, Mia, she's 6, and she is a character, bro.
Let's just say if Satan had to babysit that kid, he'd give her back.
Have you ever seen the movie? Is it Blended
Yes, I love
with Adam
that
Sandler?
movie.
And like his daughter in the movie is always just like
I
saying
want
crazy
more.
stuff in that deep voice.
Yeah,
Like,
that's her.
that's what Mia does.
I'm sleeping.
Yeah, she'll be like she came home from school the other day, and go ahead and take my screen off.
Optimistic James said the one trying to looks like it's throwing up gang signs.
Yeah, that'd be her. She came home from school the other day, and like I was busy doing something, so I was kind of like, like passively hearing her. But she kept saying, I painted a beautiful picture at school today. And like I kept doing what I was doing, and I heard it again. I painted a beautiful picture at school today. And like, she said it a third time, and like I guess I wasn't acknowledging her properly. Like all of a sudden it turned into, I painted a beautiful picture at school today. And it was just like, whoa, okay, Mia. Like it was a complete possession. Like I almost called a priest. Yeah, Kathy. I thought I was gonna have to have an exorcism on this kid. I thought her head was gonna start spinning.
Was it a beautiful picture though? Did she have
I
it?
don't know. She didn't even have it. I think she's just making it up, bro. She didn't really even paint. No, I'm just kidding.
She threw a chair at her teacher. I mean, she's possessed. Straight up. I love it.
She's struggling a
great.
little these days, but it'll be all right.
She's great. She's just great. I said, Mia, why you throw a chair at your teacher? And she said, well, I didn't really throw a chair. I just wanted a prize, and she wouldn't give me one. I was like, you can't throw chairs at your teacher, Mia. What is happening? She's great, though.
Wild child. Gotta love her, though. It's so funny because she's just like so sweet. She's like probably like out of all the kids, she's probably the sweetest one, too, but she can flip on you at the drop of a hat. You gotta watch her.
It's that possession. It's that possession.
Who do we got over here? Why are we watching this guy text with the sunglasses
Brock
on?
Purdy's dad, who's totally trying to like he's sliding in some DMs right now.
Yeah. Yep.
He's like, I'm on national TV, girl. What you doing later?
Yeah.
He said, what you doing?
My son's a multimillionaire.
Yeah, I'm gonna put my shades
He's
back
like,
on,
I
even though it's
wear
the middle
my
of the night.
sunglasses at night.
What a tool!
I
Here,
don't
wait,
like
I'm gonna do Brock Purdy's dad impression. Hold up.
I wish, I have my glasses on today. I can't rock any shades. So
He's like, "What up, girl?" Do these glasses kind of make me look like a serial killer from the 70s?
hey, Mike, do you remember Ronald Jones Jr.? Was that his name? The serial killer
Yeah, from our earlier videos
from Raytown.
From Raytown, the Raytown Butcher.
The Raytown Butcher.
Yeah, he made an appearance in some of our videos. Dude, good times.
What the hell? Yeah, good stuff. Right, so yeah, Mike, I think we need to get to work on our podcast for tomorrow, my man.
I think so, man.
So we're going to be working on that. We'll have a full podcast out for you guys tomorrow. Look forward about 1 p.m. Eastern time, 12 Central. Make sure to watch that one. If you're here, watch it all. Hit that like button. Do all that good stuff. Get it out to everybody. It'll be our first really dig into the Bears game. And then, of course, Saturday we'll do the tailgate. So
We're going to dig into the Bears.
Yeah.
Now, what a game, by the way. It's got to be better than this.
Look, it's only the third quarter. There's still a whole quarter of football left. It's within one score, and
Every time we log off though, and it goes to the fourth quarter, it always gets better.
We might make these people have a better experience with the rest of this game by logging off. But yeah, we got some work to do, so that's what we're going to go do. Appreciate you guys hanging out with us for a little while and just shooting the shiz a little bit. Had some fun. This game, it's been pretty boring, though, I have to say. But is it really boring, or is it because it's not the Chiefs that automatically?
Kirk Herbstreit looks like he's been asleep the entire time right now.
I don't blame him.
Like he's nodding. He's like, I don't really know what you're talking about. I've been asleep.
Is that the case though, Mike? Are these games actually as boring as I'm saying they are? Or is it because it's not the Chiefs?
It's the NFC, dude. It's like watching paint dry.
Yeah,
roaches.
Appreciate you guys. I want to give a special shout out real quick before we jump off here. Enrique, Tyler Helton for becoming the new member, KCDC, Rerun, and Adam and Terry, all with the donos. Appreciate you guys. And yeah, we'll be back with another live stream Saturday night for the tailgate for this Bears game. Pretty excited to get this offense on the right track and going, Mike. So I'm pumped for it.
Me too.
All right. Good
can't
deal.
Get here soon enough.
Good deal. We'll see you guys next time. Have a good one.
There goes a sight from my soul.